going live about 5 minutes early here. Going live 5 minutes early, but we are ready to absolutely smash it out. Hey guys, how you going? So down BKR Sport. Just making sure everything is good. We got that going. We got the team list up here. We are fired up as the Brisbane Broncos. I didn't realize the Broncos were hosting this game, so I put the Titans first actually. But anyway, so this game is the Brisbane Broncos taking on my Gold Coast Titans. So I finally get to see my team play. Been watching all the preseason. We had the Indigenous versus Māori All-Stars last night, which was, I believe, a great game. I really enjoyed it. A lot of people came out and said that they weren't a big fan of last night's game, but I thought it was great. Obviously, defensively, there was some really nice plays there, and, you know, just the effort from Brent Naden on that chase down, the last 7 minutes was crazy, and it's like, I feel like people just want to see plenty of points, and I'd prefer to see a game like that than a game that finishes 30-26. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was the Indigenous game last night, which was great. 10-4, I think it was, to the Māoris in the end, if I'm not mistaken, or was it 10-6? Jeez, I can't really remember. I know it's got nothing to do with this game, but obviously we're just talking about it. All-Stars, 10-6. There you go. So, yeah, it was. I enjoyed that game last night, and though there was a controversial call in the last minute, at the end of the day, the Māoris did deserve to win the game. But today, obviously, Brisbane Broncos taking on the Gold Coast Titans in the first preseason game for both of these teams. They have not played just yet. So far, we've seen pretty much everyone have a go. Well, there's still 4 teams to play after this, actually. The Roosters and Dragons, and also the Bulldogs and the Tigers. We will be live for the Bulldogs-Tigers game. I won't be live for the Roosters-Dragons game because I have so much stuff to do. As you know, I'll be in Vegas in now 11 days. Not this Thursday, but next Thursday. And I'm leaving this house on Wednesday to go to Fiji. I've got family. There's so much stuff going on. So I can't do the Roosters Dragons, but I will do the first 2 games. So I'm excited for that. But this is my boys. You know, this is my team. I'm excited, man. And it's gone up against the Bronx in a preseason game. And I will say, regardless if the Titans win or not, if they lose, if they win, it is the preseason. I'm just looking to see individual players going out there, giving it a crack, showing some effort, showing how good of a player they can be, right? With the 2 team lumps today, the Titans realistically should win this game because the Broncos haven't actually played pretty much anyone. Like, they got a couple of guys that we'll speak about in a second, but overall, this is a stronger lineup here for the Titans. But I will also put the emphasis on the fact that it's always nice to win in the preseason. It's always nice. That's the key word. But it doesn't actually mean a great deal. And if you lose, it also doesn't actually mean a great deal. For example, we saw the Storm get, 40-odd, 50-odd put past them the other day by the Warriors. I think it was 36 in the end or something like that. 36-10 the score was. The Cowboys had 50 put past them by the Dolphins. And those team lineups were probably a lot weaker than what we're seeing here today. But the point of the matter is that it's the preseason, and because it's been broadcast now, it never used to be broadcast. Because it's been broadcast now, people take too much emphasis and they care too much about the result. It's not about the result. It is about seeing the individual players. They will change throughout the game. They will not play 80 minutes. Players will play maybe 30, 40, 50 minutes, and then you'll see the starters come out for the guys all the way on the reserves, right? So just sit back and enjoy it, man. I'm not going to be thinking that we're going to win the comp if we won this game, and I don't think we're going to be coming last if we lose this game. That's just how the cookie crumbles. And I do not include this in the regular season. Titans have beaten the Broncos 3 times in a row. I couldn't care less in regards to that. It's still 3 in a row. It's not 4 if we win, and it's not done if we lose. It's got nothing to do with it. Just like the Warriors and the Storm game, right? So yeah, I just need to emphasize that because I know people care too much about these preseason games. But all right, let's get into the 2-team lineups here. This game is in Toowoomba, and the Broncos are actually the home team. I just scapped on that one. Obviously, guys, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. We're here for pretty much every game. Pretty much is the key words there. We are absolutely slapping it down, and we will be in Vegas in just a couple of weeks' time, which I'm extremely excited for. Yes, sir. But all right, the Broncos team lineup today. Fullback Hayes Perham, with the wingers being Josiah Karapani and Dean Mariner. Centres of Gehemat Shibasaki and Eloise Hoita. The 5'8" is Billy Walters, with the halfback Jock Madden, who is the captain. You go to the props, Corey Jensen and Benjamin Takura, with the number 9, Corey Pags, who's actually been shifted inside because he was actually 22 on the original team lineups. Jack Kosiewski and Brandon Piakura are the back rowers, with Kobe Hetherington as the lock. And then in the interchange, you got Latrell Siegwald, Ronald Filatoga, Israel Leota and Kobe Black. With the reserves, who you will see featured tonight: Tyson Smoothie, Josh Rogers, Saxon Innes, Martin Tapau, Va'a Semu, Jet Bryce, Matthew Colner, Tristan Powell, Jaden Hunt, Luke Gale, and Joshua Corrich. So to go through that team lineup there, the Broncos just aren't really playing a strong team in this game. They never usually do. It always does quite heavily focus on the second game of the preseason for the Bronx, and you can see it here. Dean Mariner plays occasionally. Karapani has been in and out. Same with Holter. He's in and out. Billy Walters was their 9. I don't know what's happening now with Kevin Walters not being the coach anymore, and I just don't know how Michael Maguire is going to go in that fashion, but he's got him in the 5'8 today. Jock Madden is kind of like, was the depth option in the 7 for Adam Reynolds, and now it's kind of like Ben Hunt, but we don't know what the Broncos are really doing in that situation. Corey Pace is a nice little up-and-comer. Corey Jensen's a part of the Broncos unit, and Takura features occasionally. Pierre Kura is the starting back rower, and Hetherington's usually on the bench. So that's kind of how the Broncos line up. Martin Tapau in the reserves is usually a part of the lineup as well, on the bench, right? So it's not a strong lineup for the Broncos. They haven't come to this game to win. If they win, it is a great positive for them. Again, don't ride home about it and think you can win the comp. But if they win, it is a great positive for them that they've got nice youngsters coming through that can really push, teams to the edge, even if they are the youngsters of the team. Because you're not seeing Adam Reynolds, you're not seeing Reece Walsh, you're not seeing Ben Hunt, you're not seeing all these different big-time players, right? So just enjoy the game for the Broncos fans. For the Titans, on the other hand, we got Jalen DeGroot as the fullback, with Alan Fitzgibbon and Tony Francis on the wing. Skunkcaller, he's going to be loving that because he's a big fan of Tony Francis. You go to the centres of Jojo Fafita and Philip Sami, with the 5'8", AJ Brimdog, Millionaire Brimson, and the halfback is Kieran Foran, who is the captain. You go to the props, Mikey Fodawaker and Jamin Jolliffe, with the 9 being Sam Verrills. Back row of David Fafita and Bo Firma, and the 13 is Chrissy Randall. Interchange, you got Tommy Weaver, Cleese Haas, Isaac Fasul Malawi, and Josiah Pahulu. With the reserves, and this is one to look out for, Zane Harrison, who is the future of the Gold Coast Titans. Really keep an eye on him when he gets his crack. Arama Howe, Tukumahaya Simpkins, who they picked up recently, Kemba Marlowe, Ryan Foran, Brock Gray, Sam Stevenson, Josh Patson, Sonny Kama, Cooper Bai, and Kieran Heyman. So you look at this lineup and you go, it's pretty strong for the Titans. Obviously, it's missing Keanu Kenny. Obviously, it's missing Jaden Campbell. You're not seeing Tino Fa'asul Malawi just yet, as he's coming back from his injury last season. I feel like he might play next week. I feel like he probably will play next week, but I can't confirm that for you. There is still a few players missing here overall, but it is a pretty strengthy lineup for the most part. Like, it is a pretty strengthy lineup. So you would expect, with the kind of guys that the Titans have on this team, you would expect them to, at the very minimum, win the first half, because that's when they'll all predominantly play. And the second half is when they're going to really take the starters off, and then it's going to be reserves on reserves, effectively. So I would, at very minimum, expect the Titans to win the first half. I don't actually think there's really too many excuses not to win the first half with the caliber of players on the starting lineup, and I feel like it will be a disappointment if they don't win the first half. But I don't have any crazy expectations for the second half. And overall, they should be able to win this game, but it's a preseason game. They're just getting back into it. It's just about getting the rhythm, getting the flow back into the game. It's about getting some match fitness, and it's about just testing out different things that they've been trialing out in the preseason. And they've been trialing out since, last season, right? So the Broncos last year, they... I don't even think that this game really tends to look at the ladder from last year, to be fair. I really don't with their lineup. I really don't think so, because they have got a nice little couple of games and losses there for the Bronx, and the Titans have obviously also, another player not playing today is Regan Campbell-Gillard, but the props are still great. Mikey Fodawaker and Jamin Jolliffe for the starting props when Tina was out, and now they've bolstered by bringing in Regan Campbell-Gillard, but it just shows how good that Titans 4-pack is, because these guys are all going to be featuring throughout the season, whether they're starting or on the bench. That's a starting back row right there, David Feeder and Bo Firma. And the 13, I'm assuming is Chris Randall, but we don't know. Maybe they do shove Tino into the 13. Maybe they do bring Regan Campbell-Gillard as the starting front rower instead. Maybe they do keep Jimmy Jolliffe there. I don't know, because he had a fantastic season in 2024. It's just that he got injured for a large portion of it. But Jimmy Jolliffe had an absolute breakout year for the Gold Coast Titans last year after Tino went down injured in that game down there at Belmore against the Bulldogs, where the Bulldogs ran rampant and Tino unfortunately got injured. So, yeah, look, I'm excited for today. I don't have too high expectations at all. I just come in reserved. I hope for the best. I believe that with the strength of the lineups, I expect the Titans to at least win the first half, considering that's when the starters will be on. But let's just enjoy it. Let's just enjoy it as the preseason is well underway. And next week, the Titans will play the Dolphins, I think. Jeez, who do we play next week? I think it is the Dolphins, isn't it? Round 3, it's the Titans taking on... Yeah, Titans-Dolphins. Broncos play the Bulldogs next week in Redcliffe. Oh, it's a doubleheader. So Broncos play the Dogs at KO Stadium in Redcliffe, and then the game afterwards is the Dolphins versus the Titans game at KO Stadium in Redcliffe. So a little bit of a doubleheader there. Oh, nice to see a Mudgee game as well that day. 2 p.m, Dragons versus Rabbitohs. That's cool. That's cool. I love Mudgee. Mudgee was a fun... Even though we got absolutely smacked up in that game at Mudgee against Manly, I enjoyed Mudgee. So, anyway, let me just get this game there, and then I'll get into the chat, see what you guys are saying. Obviously, guys, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Don't forget to go subscribe to BKRtravel in the pinned comment. We're like 40 subscribers away from 1,000, so I am pushing that at the moment, and I appreciate all the support you guys are showing over there. But good luck today, and enjoy the game, and... Let's do this. Let's do this. All right. Let's open up that chat, move it across, bang. Patch says, why aren't you at the game? Because it's a preseason game. Also, wait for tomorrow. I don't even think I've been to a preseason game for the last ever. I don't think I've ever gone to a preseason game. When was the last time you saw me at a preseason game? I didn't go last year. I've been to the last 3 seasons in a row since COVID to every regular season game, but I haven't been to the preseason games. I usually sit here and live stream with you guys. I'm here for every preseason game. I'm here, mate. I'm here. So there's no difference here. There's no difference. But also, there is a video coming out at 4 p.m. Queensland time tomorrow, speaking about a few things in regards to the direction of what we're doing with the channel. Brett Neslick says, howdy Blaze. Hello, Brett. How you doing? Hey, Jay says, g'day, mate. Are you streaming the Dragons-Roosters game tonight? Unfortunately, I'm not able to do the Dragons-Roosters game tonight, but I will be doing the Bulldogs-Tigers. I understand you're a Dragons fan, man, but I've just got so much stuff going on right now, man. Like I said, I'm going to Fiji on Wednesday. I've got family stuff going on. I'm leaving this house. I'm packing everything up and smashing everything away. I've got so much planning for stuff that you'll hear about tomorrow on the video and whatnot. And yeah, I was able to do the first 2 games today. I'm not able to do the third one though. So yeah, we'll just have to keep back and I can review that through the week or whatnot. So Tatum Malele said, hey again, hello. JJ, go the Titans. Love it. Rooster Man says, go the Titans. Josh Reese says, the Sunshine stink. Brisbane versus Gold Coast Titans. The Sunshine stink? Oh, is that like a joke at the Sunshine State? Okay, sure, fair, cool. Jeff says, g'day from the GC. Hello, mate. It's not too bad of a day today. It's really warm, though. It is really warm. It's like 32 degrees here, so if I celebrate, you might see some underarm sweat or something. Gee whiz. Buddy, I'm feeling the heat lately, and I'm looking forward to when I'm back in Fiji to have that aircon again while I'm streaming these games. The game does start at 2:30, by the way, so in about 20 minutes time. So shoot through, whatever questions you have about the 2 teams and whatnot. Obviously, especially the Titans, love talking about them. They've got a very interesting year, the Gold Coast Titans. They've got a very interesting year because they do, this is the thing, right? The 1 through 7 today is not how the Titans are going to shape up throughout the season unless you're thinking that it's going to be Phil Sammy and Jojo Feeder, but probably not, right? Because you got Brian Kelly to come back in after a fantastic game last night. I loved Brian Kelly in that game. And BK can be absolutely rocks and diamonds, but the rocks don't come from him not trying. He's always trying really, really hard. And sometimes he just tries too hard to make that big play. So that's kind of how I see BK, because he is, when he's on, he's incredible. When he's off, it's really, really tough to watch. But when he's off, it's not because he's not trying and because he's lazy. It's because he's sometimes trying too hard to make that big play because he does care so much. That's why, BK is a great player to watch, man. He really is. But, with that being said, sometimes it can be quite difficult as he does have a bit of a brain fade. But more often than not, he does really fly under the radar across the league as well. He really can get it going. He really can. Sasaya says, I'm getting excited for round 1 slowly. Josh says, if you want to take it that way, but when Brisbane took on Cairns, they called it the Sunshine Swee. When Brisbane took on Cairns, they called it the Sunshine Swee. I don't know what's happening here. Sunshine Swee? Sunshine Swee? I don't understand, Josh. Are you trying to insult? But I don't get it. If you're trying to insult them, then sure. But it's not hitting. If that's what you're trying, like, if cool, like, I could care less, bro. But what are you saying? Because you said if you want to take it that way, but how else am I meant to take the Sunshine Sting? Like, what are you actually trying to say, bro? If it's an insult, then just say it, man. And then what is Sunshine Sweet? Bo Toppler says, do you reckon we'll see Zane Harrison have a crack at first grade this year? Oh, that's a good question, Bo. Obviously, you guys know I'm extremely excited about Zane. I'm really excited about Zane. I was speaking to him actually yesterday. I was like, go do your thing, bro. Zane's won pretty much everything as a youngster, and it's a tough one because our biggest issue this year is our halves. We have an idea about what our halves are going to do, as in JC/Kieran Foran and AJ Brimson, but AJ's not a pure 5'8", JC's not a pure halfback, and Kieran Foran's getting older now, right? And I love Fozzer. Fozzer and I, we get along like a house on fire. He's a great human being, and so is his partner, his family, amazing, right? So I want nothing but the best for Kieran, but he knows what I'm talking about. He knows that he's getting older. He'd be the first person to say it, to be completely honest with you. And I just don't know about the durability of our halves overall because, and this is, again, with all great respect, AJ can get injured quite a bit. Kieran Foran, again, older and does get injured a bit. And then you've also got JC, who doesn't get injured frequently, but did get injured a bit last year, didn't he? Or was it the year before? I think it was last year more often than not. I think the year before he didn't really play much under Justin Holbrook. But then last year he played quite a bit under Desi, but did get injured at times, if I'm not mistaken, or had a decent break, had a decent stint on the sidelines. So yeah, look, I don't know. It's going to be really intriguing to see how this Titans team goes in regards to their halves, but that is the biggest question mark that you are looking at in regards to the Gold Coast, and I would love to see Zane come through. The only issue with Zane coming in this year is that the biggest issue of the Titans' history, and this is going back over all the years the Titans have been in the comp, the halfback has always been the biggest issue because they throw them into the fire way too early and it screws their development with no clear half alongside them. It happened with Ash Taylor. It happened with Kane Elgie. It didn't necessarily happen with Jamal Fogarty because he was kind of old enough. He was like 26 or something. I feel like he was a little bit older when he came in, which probably gave him a bit more experience. But, Toby Sexton, Tanner Boyd. So I don't want to see... Oh, I've got to mute that, sorry. I don't want to see Zane Harrison go down this same path. That's what I get concerned about. So do I think he has NRL caliber? Absolutely. Do I think he'll be a star? I absolutely do. But I really hope that he doesn't get thrown to the wolves too early, which screws his development up. That's what I wonder with... that's what I wonder with Zane Harrison. Swing. Josh says swing. Okay. Do you understand the confusion though? Because your comment was kind of like making out like you weren't insulting the two teams. It's like, if you're insulting them, go for it, bro. Feel free. Good afternoon. Excited to see some of our young ones playing today? Absolutely, man. We got a stronger lineup than the Broncos, though. There's no excuses not to at least win the first half. Because the second half it'll change. I actually don't know Alan Fitzgibbon, who's starting on our wing today. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can provide. Like, I know everybody else, even down to Josh Paxton, Sonny Kama, Cooper Bai, and Kieran Heyman, which a lot of people wouldn't know. And Brock Gray and Sam Stevenson played for PBC. Same with Zane, obviously. Tukumahai Simpkins comes across from was it North Devils, I think he played for? I think so. Anyway, point of the matter is that I know everyone in the reserves, but I don't know of Alan Fitzgibbon. So that's going to be a really intriguing one to watch out for today. And don't tell Jag94 this. Don't tell Jag94 this, but... please, because he just wouldn't stop talking about Craig Fitzgibbon's dad because of this. I really hope he's not listening, because otherwise he'll just talk about Craig Fitzgibbon's dad for the next hour. Rice said, saw some photos of David on Facebook and he's looking really fit. He's a fit bloke, man. He's going to cop criticism regardless because of his paycheck. It's just how the NRL landscape and how the world goes in sport. You see it in baseball, you see it in Premier League. Great win for Man City this morning. You see it in every single sport, man. It's always so heavily focused on the amount of money they're making. And I get it in regards to the NRL because of the salary cap. So there is actually a reason to kind of complain about that because you need to we understand the salary cap a lot more, right? And then you go to the Premier League, there is no salary cap really, and then there is no salary cap in the NFL. There is no salary cap over in these places. So over there, I don't get why people complain about the money, but here it does make a bit of sense because of the salary cap, because we have an awareness of it. Josh says, nope, I was thinking that it might be a competitive rivalry like the Sharks versus Dragons. Oh, this is absolutely like that. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, okay, so now I get what your reference is by stink. I know you understand where, I can see that in a different light. But now I understand, like, stinking, yeah, I get what you mean now. Yeah, no, absolutely. Broncos and Titans don't like each other. Broncos pretend like they don't care. Broncos fans pretend, but I can tell you right now, they absolutely do. I can tell you right now, obviously their biggest rivalry is with the Cowboys, and that's not even a hatred rivalry, right? That's just a competitive Queenslanders that go back decades and decades where they've played alongside each other in State of Origin. It's a very different kind of ferocity of a rivalry. Of course, they want to beat. That's like an actual love brother rivalry. Broncos Titans, and I would say Broncos Dolphins, even though a lot of Dolphins fans are actually Broncos fans, but a lot of those three rivalries, there is a lot more actual animosity in it rather than Broncos Cowboys, who do have that long-standing Queensland culture, right? So that's kind of the difference. But again, Broncos will always have Cowboys as their main until proven otherwise. But no, Titans obviously, looking up at Big Brother saying, hey, listen, we want to be better than you, beating them 3 times in a row, obviously, but a lot needs to be proven to overtake that, and that's by winning multiple premierships, which is a long way off for the Gold Coast, yeah? So, no, there definitely is ferocity amongst this, and I would say there is more actual animosity in this game than there is Broncos-Cowboys, but for different reasons. They want to win that more, but there's more anger here. And especially considering since the Titans came into the competition, the Broncos haven't won a premiership as well, and we've taken from their area, right? We're the first team to actually come into the South Queensland area. Now the Dolphins are there too, but we were the first team to come into the South Queensland area when they had a monopoly. The Broncos had an absolute monopoly. So, Matty James, man, for 21 months, get around you, Matty, all the way down there in Sydney. Get around you, big fella. Get around you. So Sai says, what are you expecting from the Titans this year ladder-wise, and in terms of a path to a premiership down the road? Great question, man. By the way, guys, about 10 minutes, 13 minutes or so until the game does start. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. We're going to be here live for pretty much every game this season, so this is the place you want to be. But ladder this year, mate, it's tough. It's real tough. Like, obviously, I've got my pre-season preview of my ladder predictions, not this Monday, but next Monday. That'll come out. I always do it the week of the first game starting, and Vegas is in 2 weeks' time. So that's when it will come out with a specific, but I just feel like I need to be a lot more reserved this year with this team. I need to see the first 5 to 7 games. If you want me to throw out a number right now, I don't know if we've got enough defense right this very second to take a drastic rise. There are moments where we do show some really good signs, as in the 4 games in a row we won last year, where we beat 66-6 to the Warriors and 46-18 over the Broncos. We've got good moments, but it's about getting it consistent across the season. I look at the halves and I get a bit concerned. I look at Keanu Kenny and I say he had an incredible year. We do need to be careful of a second-year syndrome kind of deal, because when players have such an incredible year, sometime or for their first rookie year, he played in 2023, but his first real full season year was last year. I always get concerned about that second-year drop-off, and that's kind of a thing that happens with most players. So Keanu was fine last night. He was solid. I just need to kind of see him getting a roll on into the season. The forward pack, there's no worries for me. I have no worries in regards to the forward pack, especially in regards to the props. Mike Fodawaker, Tino Fa'asumalawi, Jimmy Jolliffe, and Regan Campbell-Gillard, with guys like Josie Pahulu there as well. You've got some solid depth, and took them higher. Simpkins they picked up. So I'm not concerned about the props. I'm also not concerned whatsoever about the back rowers. Not concerned about the 13. There is potential in regards to the 9 rotation. We need to see a bit more attack from the 9 rotation of Sammy Verrills, and if Chris Randall goes into the 9 at times, we do need to see a bit more attack there, because the defense has been solid. I don't have a problem with Chris Randall Verrills defensively. They're always showing, real oomph in the defense. But I just need to see probably a little bit more attack out of that 9 position. But overall, there's no worries in regards to the forwards. I think the bench is going to be fine. It's just the concerns about the 1 through 7 defensively, the interchanging of the halves, and if Keanu Kenny can continue on with this form. And I also get worried in regards to, and this is just off my own opinion and off my own personal thoughts here, but I also get worried because I know well, we saw that Desi was an AJ Brimson at fullback kind of guy. And last year, AJ was the fullback to start. And then AJ got injured. And that's when Keanu came in. And then, jeez, I can't remember. Anyway, point of the matter is that the only reason that AJ wasn't the fullback for last year and Keanu got his opportunity, which he deserved and he earned, the only reason is that AJ ended up getting injured while he was playing some really good footy in the fullback. Des has always been great with fullbacks. And then Keanu was so undeniable when he was the fullback. When he came in, he was so undeniable and so great last year that Des couldn't really take him out. Even though there were still question marks being thrown through fan groups and online, there's still question marks what Des was going to do. He obviously ended up deciding on Keanu Kinney to be the fullback, and I think that was the right play, especially considering AJ's injury history and the fact that you did see Des also looking to push him into the centres, which didn't necessarily pan out, but also didn't really get enough time to pan out either. But I get concerned that if Keanu doesn't start well for the first 5 to 8 games, does Des then shift AJ into the fullback? And I wouldn't necessarily like that because it's adjusting too much of the spine again, which is what a problem has been for the Titans for the last literally ever. So, there's a lot of questions that need to be answered in the first 5 to 7 games. That's why I can't give you a specific prediction. But I don't know right at this very second if I've got us in the 8. But is there a world? Sure. But I don't know right at this very second if I've got us there. I see all the losers out there putting us in last place, which, look, do I see a world? Sure. I'm not going to fight it. Do I see a world? Sure. But people just tend to put us or the Raiders or the Knights or, anybody else except for the Tigers. Last year, 20% of people put the Tigers, and then 80% put everybody else, like the Dolphins, the Titans, the Raiders, and the Knights. And it's like, well, nothing changes, man. So, and look, you know what? To argue for that point, the fact is with the Titans, they've never given a reason to change that. As Titans fans, we have hope and we have belief and we want to see better, but they've never given people who aren't Titans fans hope, believe it. And truly, they give too much hope and belief pre-season through the marketing that it's like, okay, this is a fresh start, it's a new journey, here we go again, and it always disappoints. So that's why you need to be a bit more reserved now, which is why you've seen a change in kind of my mindset. And you need to be a bit more careful about how you think going forward. Rice says, do you know much about Josh Patson and Kieran Hayman? Not too familiar with them. Don't know a great deal in regards to them. I know who they are, but I'm looking forward to seeing them today. I don't know anything phenomenal about how they play, but I do know who they are. I just don't know who Alan Fitzgibbon is until today. Society says, to be honest, the Titans-Dolphins is turning into a much-watched rivalry. I love that. I do agree. I think Titans-Dolphins is definitely growing into something and could be something, because I know Dolphins fans used to be Broncos fans specifically. Titans fans didn't necessarily used to be Broncos fans. A lot would have come across from Brisbane, but Dolphins would directly poach from the Broncos. The Broncos would directly poach with it being basically in Brisbane. I know Redcliffe's just outside, but basically in Brisbane. So a majority of those Dolphins fans would absolutely have been Broncos fans in the past. So there definitely is a rivalry there, and there's going to be, but there is just something there between the Titans Dolphins. Obviously started from that 28-0 comeback or whatever it was. I think it was 26-0, wasn't it? I can't remember. Don't want to remember. Titans came back on the Dolphins last year, from like 14-0, 12-0 down or something like that. So yeah, there's definitely a rivalry brewing there, but it's still very early, and you need to see big time close games with nitty gritty involved to really create that rivalry. Logan Paul says, tell Carney Tribe to go on an academy. Never thought I'd hear that. Oh, the game's on now, is it? Oh, good stuff. Good luck to him. Fatima says, the thing is our team is very good and young, but it's just very hard to predict because we're not really consistent. Absolutely. We are extremely young, but we also do have a lot of players that are young and have got experience. Obviously I worry about Tino coming back from a significant injury like he had last year, but Tino's still young and has experience. You've got, Keanu Kinney is extremely young, doesn't really have the experience, but then again, he's played for New Zealand, he's played for the Māori All-Stars, he's now played for the Titans for a full season, so he is developing that experience right there. You've got Mike Fodawaker is still plenty young. Like, I don't even think players are older in this game until they're like 30, right? 29, 30. But 29, 30 is also when you kind of start to peak. So, yeah, like, it is an extremely young team. Dave Fafita is still super young. You know, I really do like the future, but it really comes down. It does. It really comes down to, and this is what I hate. I hate them about to say this, but it really does come down to Zane Harrison developing into the product that we know it can be. It really does come down to that. So it's going to be super intriguing, man. It's going to be super interesting. Luke says, who do you think will be the signing of the season? Signing of the season. Are you talking about for all clubs? Or are you talking about for the Titans/Broncos? If you're talking about for all clubs, it's probably going to be Adam Fanor-Blake for mine. I think Adam Fanor-Blake takes the Sharks to another level. Scored a try the other night for the Sharkies as well. I said beforehand that the Sharks won out of that kind of weird exchange between the Panthers and the Warriors and the Sharks, where the Panthers obviously lost Fisher Harris and didn't get anybody in return. Then, Fisher Harris to the Warriors, and then the Warriors lost Adam Fanor-Blake to the Sharks. And it's like, I feel like the Warriors still need a bit more than just Fisher Harris, but he'll be great for them. Whilst I think that Adam Fanor-Blake fits perfectly into that Sharks team and gives them that real big oomph play in the back, in the forwards alongside of Britton Nakora and whatnot, because you got solid workers like Cameron McInnes. You got solid workers in that like Hazelton and Oregon Kafusi and what's his name? Double barrel last name. I can't think of his name right now. I've got to go get it. I can't think of his name. Jeez, that's annoying me. He played the other day. He's got a double barrel last name. He's in the forwards. Not Adam Fanor-Blake. Braden Hamlin-Uele. You know, like, they've got solid workers in that front row, those props, but there's no X factor there. There's no real true attacking opportunity alongside the meter eating in the middle to get them there. But Adam Fanor-Blake also gives you that extra spark to go and score. They've got a great backline as well. So I think that Adam Fanor-Blake is going to fit right into the Sharks lineup there to be the buy of the season. Hillbilly says, hey B, did you catch any of the Manly Bunnies yesterday? Thought all that Manly second string backs played well, but the forwards were a bit meh, considering the caliber of opposition. I wasn't able to really, but that was because it was delayed by an hour and a half and I had a little bit going on. But I will definitely go back and have a look at the highlights probably tomorrow morning so that I can do a bit of a recap this week on the preseason and whatnot. About 5 minutes to go until kickoff here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Obviously, get involved in the chat. Rabbits did play second grade team, but yeah, again, it's preseason. You don't take these games too seriously. Leighton says, poached, but Broncos memberships hit an all-time high and still growing. I don't even know why you would argue the comment that I made. It's a fact. Like, the Dolphins obviously took from within from the Broncos because obviously there's a fan base there. Right, where's the Dolphins fans? Like, where do they come from otherwise? You think that everyone in Redcliffe wasn't Broncos fans? Like, what? I don't even know why you would bite back at that. That's just a literal fact. It's like if there was a team that started up in the Burleigh Bears, or actually no, we'll take it, that's too close. Let's say a team that starts up in the Tweedhead Seagulls area, like in Tweed. You think that they're not predominantly poaching from Titans fans? Like, that's just how it works, man. I don't even know why you would bite back at that. Brett Nedesick says, if Titans can tidy up their defense, they have the points in them. If Titans can tidy up their defense, they have the points in them. I agree. But with that being said, this is a little bit of a facade that people talk about. They can score points at will, but they can also not score points too, right? Because last year, everyone said the Titans were such an enjoyable team to watch attacking-wise, but really bad defensively. Well, they conceded 656 points, which was the fourth worst defense in the entire competition. But their attack, they scored 488, which was the fifth worst attack in the comp, behind the Tigers, behind the Rabbitohs, behind the Raiders, and behind the Knights. They only just beat out the Raiders and Knights, who were 8th and 9th. So it's a little bit of a facade. You look at the games like the 66-6 against the Warriors, you look at the game like the 46-18 against the Broncos, you look at these big scores, but there were plenty of games last year as well where the Titans couldn't score. 32-0 against the Dogs when we got absolutely, whooped down there. What other games are there? 2024, go to the Titans. Titans are running out into the field right now. 28-4 loss to the Dragons. 32-0 loss to Dogs. 14's fine against the Dolphins when they lost. 22's fine against the Cowboys when they lost. 20's, that was the rubbery in Canberra. They actually scored most of their points earlier on in the season too, actually. The later the season went on, they started to struggle besides those two games I just mentioned. Yeah, especially the 44-0 against the Sharks. 14 against the Knights, 12 against the Panthers. So, yeah, like, it's a little bit of a facade. But, I'm not going to fight it. But it's just, they can get it flowing. If it's flowing, they can score well. If it's not flowing, they can struggle, man. Lane says, what went down for the Broncos, though? That's not the point, though. It's not the point. The point is that Dolphins fans would have predominantly come from the Broncos. I don't even know what your point is. Congratulations on the Broncos still getting memberships in Brisbane. What are you trying to say? You think the Dolphins didn't poach a single person from the Broncos fan base? As a stupid thought process, bro. As a stupid thought process. You've got literal facts that the Dolphins are based in the exact same area. The Dolphins were also the feeder club of the Broncos. What world are you living in to think that the Dolphins fans that have gone across to there aren't from the Broncos base? That doesn't make any sense, your argument. It's not even an insult to the Broncos. It's not even an insult. It's just how it is. That's life. You think that the Roosters and Rabbitohs came in at the same time in 1908, but who's another team? You go anyway, you add a second team in Melbourne and you really think that they're not going to be taken from the Melbourne crowd? It's just how it is, dude. I don't even know why you're arguing it. Like, it's just simple. I feel like you've taken it as an insult when it's just a straight up fact. Scoreboard, sir, it's 3:25. Well, it's not 3:25, it's actually 2:30. But the game hasn't started yet. I have to wait for the game to start to refresh it. But thank you for doing Jay's job, Daz. I appreciate that, because Jay usually quite lazy with that. Hello from New Zealand. Landed yesterday at the Bronx. Head around your Olivia. Appreciate you for tuning in all the way in Zikiwi land. Well, they would be pretty happy today after that win for the Maldives over the Indigenous 10-6 last night. Fatima says, no, it's just 99% of Dolphins fans supported Brisbane 4. Correct. All right, so the game has kicked off, and it will be the Titans receiving the ball here first. Let me just refresh this scoreboard here so that it is good to go. Very windy conditions, apparently. The commentary is talking about very windy conditions. All right, there you go. It's live now. All right, so the Titans now get this ball to the 25. Exactly right, Jay. I always forget the scoreboard. Science, do you think the Roosters missed the 8? It's a good question. I have to kind of see how they go. Bo Furman brings this ball out here to the 30, and it'll be third tackle now. 8 of our next... Did we really? I know, obviously, we lost our first 6, but 8 of our next 13? Did we really? Last year? I'm very, very well aware that we lost our first 6. Well, I was at every one of the games. Fifth tackle now for the Titans. Mikey Fodawaker will get this back here to Kieran Foran. Nice little 70s haircut. There's 80s haircut he's got going. And now the Broncos will bring this ball out into the 30. Bronco Sports with the $3 donation. Get around your brother. Says Titans by 90 plus and the Broncos suck. Well, it's a preseason, man. We'll just sit back and enjoy it. Hope for the best, but if bad happens, then so be it. You know, you don't want to see that, though. At the end of the day, it's always nice to win a preseason, but it's not that meaningful. But appreciate you for your donation, Brocky. Are you there? Did you go to the game, Brocky? Third tackle now at the 35. There's Michael Maguire, the new coach for the Bronx. See if he's got them going hard with their defense and improving that, because you look at last year, Corey Jensen brings that to the 50. You look at last year, they gave up 607 points, which was only beaten out for worst defense by the Dolphins. No, sorry, the Dragons, the Titans, the Eels, the Rabbitohs, and the Tigers. So defense struggled last year, but that's going to be Alan Fitzgibbon, who grabs that ball at the 15. Okay, that's Alan Fitzgibbon right there. No, didn't go. Steve says, hey, mate, can't wait for the season to start. Good luck for your team this year, mate. Yeah, good luck to the Bronx too, man. You know, like, they've obviously gone out to get Ben Hunt, and they've got him. There is concerns there in regards to age of halves and kind of situations surrounding Ezra Mam and whatnot. But, you know, I do feel like the Bronx should be better than what they were last year. I don't know where people are getting top 4, but I definitely have them probably in the A. I definitely have them in the A. But there's still going to be issues there. There is still going to be issues defensively, but because Ben Hunt doesn't necessarily improve their defense, unless Michael Maguire. It comes down to Michael Maguire's defensive structure here with the Broncos, to be fair. All right, so the Titans will kick it down to the Bronx, and they'll bring it back here from their own 20. Good tackle there by Phil Sami. Keeps him down there at the 20. That's Hayes Perham, ex-doggy there, playing the fullback position. Obviously, Reece Walsh not playing today. And Tristan Saylor has left. He actually had a good game this morning in the Super League. I think they won 82-0. Against the Salford Red Devils. Third tackle here for the Broncos. They'll take it out to the 30. 3 minutes in. How did the Warriors go last night? Warriors didn't play last night. Ollie's the best. The Maori team won 10-6, but the Warriors played... Oh, they played yesterday. They didn't play last night. But they won like... knock on by the Bronx. Come on, Gold Coast. First attacking opportunity right here. I just want to win the first half because that's when the starters are out there. But again, it doesn't show that much because the Broncos aren't playing a crazy strong lineup. But look, the Warriors, they absolutely whooped to... I don't understand this fascination with Warriors fans saying they played a weakened team. Bro, you had basically an A team, a couple of players here and there out, but the Storm had literally nobody. So it's like, why are you trying to make it an even game? It wasn't. It's like a good performance by a by your main team, ish. There's still players out, but the Storm didn't have anybody. Right hand side, here we go. Gives it out again. That was Jalen de Groot. And now they'll be taken down here at the 10, Tony Francis. Third tackle here for the Gold Coast. You've got Jalen de Groot. Gives it out to AJ Brimo. Then Moeki Fotuaika. And Fotuaika gets taken down 12 metres away here from the line for tackle. Want to see this attack and manoeuvre here. But then again, this probably won't be the halves of the Titans this year, but still want to see some good attack and play. Left-hand side, taken down 2 metres out. Good defensive play by the Bronx. Fit tackle, Sam Verrills kicks it through. Play that. Should be 6 again. Oh, no, it's going to be a knock on Titans. Yeah, knocked on Titans. Played that, then knocked on Titans. So it's going to be Broncos ball at 10. Hillbilly says, just for the sake of discussion, who would be your choice for Titans 1, 6, and 7? 1, Keanu. 6 would be... Jeez. I think you have to... Like... Man, it's so hard... It's so difficult. Until you get a proven player alongside, like I still feel like you have to play Fozzer in the 7. I really do. I'm intrigued to see how he goes in the 14 this year, if that is how they're going to go. But it's a real tough situation for the Gold Coast, man. Like I would go Keanu 1. That's an easy one, and then it comes down to either AJ or JC in the 6 with Foz in the 7. But maybe the 14 does work out for him. Chrissy Randall's just been whacked there in the tackle. He might have come out for a HIA here. He's a tough unit, Chrissy Randall. He's a tough unit, the big fella. Real tough unit. He's come back into the play, but I'm sure they're going to have to send him for a HIA. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Carter Gordon, Fatima, but he's injured. He's got a back injury right now. And also, that would be kind of throwing him into the Wolves, but I also think he's got a bit more experience. Otherwise, I would look to Zane Harrison, but he doesn't have the experience yet. And you can't chuck him in with someone who isn't really a... You need to put him in with the right kind of player, bro. You can't just throw him into the fire like we've done with many players in the past in the halves. All right, so that's going to be Jock Madden, who kicks that ball into the corner. The ball bounces kind of nicely here, but the Titans will grab it at the 25. Lucky we actually grabbed that, to be fair. Jalen de Groot, 15, sorry. Jalen de Groot's a nice player, bro. Like, I know Jalen. He's really, really humble, really nice human being. I just don't know why he's so focused on playing as the fullback, because the Titans have too many fullbacks. They've got JC who can play there. They've got AJ who can play there. And they've got Keanu Kinney who is playing there. You know, so if he wants to kind of get a crack with the team, he does kind of need a good play here by Fitzgibbon. Gives it off to Jojo. Go, Jojo, you big bopper. And Jojo will be taken down to the 38. Good run there from Jojo Fafita, though. He had a great year, Jojo, last year. Alan Fitzgibbons actually showed a little bit in his early start as well. Moeki Fotuaika, 30 metres out here from the line. Sam Verrills gives it out to AJ Brimo, puts that ball over the top, and they'll be smacked down at the 5. Good work there by Tony Francis. Steve says, I'd be happy with top 8 for the Broncos. It's hard turning a team mindset around in less than 6 months. Absolutely. Absolutely. But with that being said, the Broncos still have the talent to be able to push it into the top 8. I feel it's way too difficult for them to make in top 4 because I've got Bolters and Storm and Sharks there. I guess the 3 and 4 is kind of open, but I still would have the Panthers there despite their loss of Jerome Luai, which is a massive key part of their spine. But I'm still going to have the Panthers probably in the top 4, yeah. Probably in 3rd, to be completely honest with you, because there's no one else I would nearly guarantee up there. I could see a world with Manly's full-strength team being in the top 4, because the Roosters aren't going to be there. Not with their injuries and their players out. It's a great kick there from the Broncos. Tony Francis likes to pick this ball up here from the 3 and brings it out to the 10. Mitchell says, the Super League is all over the shop. They went from a 1-0 score to an 82-0 score. Yeah, I put this on my Instagram story today for you all. I did speak about that. It's crazy. Crazy fluctuation. But apparently, I got told in a replied message that Salford Red Devils nearly folded. Apparently, they nearly folded. Now, they represent the era of Man United, so I don't really care too much. But I always will feel sorry for fans who see their club folded. So I really hope that doesn't happen. Sam Verrills now gives it off to Big Mo Fotuaika, and he'll bring it inside the attacking half. Good couple post-contact meters there. And then Sam Verrills off to Fozza, and Fozza will kick this ball down into the corner. Good kick, really strong kick there, just outside of their own in goal. Not too much effort there in regards to creating that line to really put pressure on, though. Attila says, I'm an NRL fan, by the way. Well, that's good because we're watching the NRL right now. And that's a penalty to the Broncos. Lovely. Penalty Bronx. What was I saying? Titans and Broncos, good matchup. It's pre-season. Broncos haven't put a strong lineup out there, and Titans will play a strong-ish lineup for the first half. Lagan Baltic says, Kinney 1, Campbell 6, Foz 7, 14, Brimo, versatile and less injury risk, I guess. I would agree with that. But it's just so difficult when you're paying AJ a big amount of money on his contract until 2030. Like, he's locked in for the next 5 years, and it's like we signed him to be the fullback, but then Keanu exploded, and that's why I question kind of the thought process, because for so long they were saying Keanu is going to be that guy. We all knew Keanu was going to be that guy. So it's like, but then again, you have to be loyal to AJ, who is from the Gold Coast. He loves the Gold Coast, and you want to be here. You know, great bloke. So it's just tough because we knew that Keanu was going to be that guy, and they paid AJ the contract to be the one. But it's like, now we're in a situation. Now he needs to really perform as the 6. He has to perform at the 6 because the centers can't even really fit him in right now. All right, Benjamin Takura, great run there. He'll be taken down 20 minutes out from the line. 10 minutes gone here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. 10 minutes gone. Still 30 minutes to go the first half. They go left-hand side. I need to see better defense. That's not good defense. And that's that same old Titans, man. You got to do better defense than that. The Broncos will score down the left-hand side. Oh, no, maybe not. Hey, Schwarzy. I used to go to school with Schwarzy. So Schwarzy, the referee that you're seeing there, I think he's the head referee today. I actually used to go to school with him at Robina. Yeah. He was a year younger than me, but they're going to claim a no try here for Shibasaki. Is there maybe interference? Obstruction? No, he gets through. There's nothing. Oh, but then he stops on the line. He stops on the line. Like, Fafita does grab at him, but he's... Yeah, I can agree with the call. I get it. I get it. Like, Dave does put his arm around... so it will be a try here. Dave puts his arm around him to try and... So what I'm noticing with the preseason so far is that they are taking a lot more common sense calls. They are making a lot more common sense calls. I said in the first week... So try time, 4-0 here to the Broncos, the kit to come. I said in the first week of the preseason that you can tell that the bunker is allowed to have a bit more freedom with common sense calls. Because we saw an obstruction in the earlier games that would normally be called an obstruction, but didn't get called it because it didn't have any impact on the play. And I guess we've seen that with that as well, where previously they would call that an obstruction just based on the fact that the play does stop in the line, but now they are taking that liberty to actually go and make a few common sense calls, because David Feed does put his arm around him there. So I do feel at the end of the day that's the right call. Ron says, to be honest, Broncos can take on Broncos last year. They're just not as consistent. To be honest, Broncos can take on Broncos last year. They're just not as consistent or have a solid core team. I would assume that you're saying... Well, I don't really know what you're saying. Broncos can take on Broncos last year. Are you saying the Broncos are the same team as last year? Is that what you're saying? Please confirm and then I'll reply to that. Fatima says, people don't realise how fast Jojo is. Yeah, no, he's very good. Oh, Ron says, so I meant Titans. So Broncos can take on Titans last year. Or are you saying Titans can take... Oh, geez, I've got to put the charge on this. Sorry. So they are going to get the conversion. So it is going to be... Sorry, I've got to fix this because that light just turned off. It's going to be 6-0 here to the Bronx, 11 minutes into the game. Layton's easy try. Good on you, bro. I understand you're trying to troll here, bro, but you got to do better. Come on. Titans can take on Broncos the other way around. Well, the Titans have beaten the Broncos 3 years in a row, bro. Like, even when they made the grand final, they beat them in the regular season, man. So it's not like the Titans don't have the consistency for sure. And I'm a Titans fan who goes to every single game, bro. Like, I definitely am very well aware about how the Titans, how inconsistent the Titans are. You know, I haven't missed a game, home or away, for like 3 years. So, but yeah, look, the Titans aren't consistent enough. Let me just make sure this lighting is correct. There you go. The Titans aren't consistent enough. That's a fact. Lightning says, Ron, they can't see you though. Are you just here to troll or something, bro? Are you going to enjoy the game and just watch it? Or are you just going to try and, you know, get at people in the chat? Or just sit back and enjoy the game, bro. No one's even insulting the Broncos in this stream. Yeah, Jay's just telling me out. Hey, Leighton, just enjoy the game, bro. We get it. You're a knob, but we're just trying to enjoy it. It's preseason, bro. Like, there's no way you're this pressed about a preseason game. Brendan Westling says, what is Queensland's biggest disgrace doing in my town? Do us a favour, Goldie. Kick them out. What? You're saying you're from New South Wales, you're living in Toowoomba. That's your problem, bro. That's not ours. I know you're not insulting the Titans there, but like how are you gonna speak for Queensland about a Queensland town? But it's what are you doing? Jack Catlin says Broncos been a bit scrappy at the start. The whole game's been a bit scrappy, bro. It's pre-season, man. You know, I would expect the Titans to do well with a stronger lineup here in this first half, but you know, there's a long way to go for the Titans to be the club that we all want them to be, man. So third tackle now, and they're going to get this ball out to the left-hand side. Sam Verrills gives it off here to Brimo, and Brimo will be taken down to the halfway point. I mean, if we score a try and we take the lead or we do well, I'm going to celebrate it. But it's like I'm not pressed. There's no way you can be pressed about the preseason. Steve says, looks like the NRL are putting a shitload of money into the PNG if it's a big ask for Melbourne and New South Wales teams travel-wise. Well, yeah, they're paying for a lot. Oh, good tackle there to stop him from getting away. Otherwise, he was gone. So first tackle now of the Broncos at the 20. But yeah, the PNG thing is happening. David Travis says, do you like the new play the ball rules? I'm a big fan of it. I think that people don't like it now because it takes a little bit to get used to, but players will get used to doing it, right? So it is a benefit at the end of the day. But right this very second, as they're trying to adjust, like you've already seen them adjust to it. The first two games, where it was the Sharks versus the Warriors and the Panthers versus the Raiders, you saw a lot of it being called up, and you've seen, oh no, there's an injury here. Get Hamad Shibasaki, God bless him, bro. I hope he's alright. Damn it, he looks like he's... I hope it's not what I think it is, because he is kind of feeling around that knee area. No, he's not like writhing in pain or anything like that. I just feel like there might... I don't know what's happened here. Oh, they've fallen back into it. Maybe a little bit of a twisted leg? I'm not too sure. But I hope he's alright. But yeah, look, I don't mind him, man. I think that it just comes down to the players getting used to them, which they kind of already have. Jack Kirkland says, was David Fifita blocked from defending? No, I would say that on previous years, you would say that would be an obstruction, but I think that now that they're applying common sense a lot to a lot of the bunker decisions, I believe that probably is the right call nowadays. But if you saw that last year, they would have called that as an obstruction. But I think they've adjusted the mindset of the bunker based off of the complaints that we've been seeing. So fit tackle now for the Broncos, and they're just at the halfway point. They get to this ball to the left-hand side, and now Jock Madden whacks that ball up. It's very windy, pushes it back, but a good grab there by... Is it Francis? I think it is Tony Francis. Have an awesome 2025 also, man. I'm here with you again. We'll be here. We'll be streaming some. We'll be doing your Bulldogs Tigers right after this. We'll be live right after this with the Bulldogs Tigers. Hillbilly says, new rule is great. Just hope the NRL sticks to their guns and don't make it a temporary crackdown. No, I feel like you won't see it caught up that much in future because players will be used to playing it. See, you can see that Jalen de Groot on that play the ball just there, fourth tackle at the 40. You can see he firmly planted his foot on the ball to make sure he played it. So obviously Desi's got it into them and they've seen the earlier games being pulled up for it, yeah? All right, so fit tackle now, and Kieran Foran's going to run it. He gives it short ball. It's fit tackle, lads. Dave flicks it back to Kieran Foran, and then Foran needs to get the ball away. It's fit tackle. That wasn't great. So that's going to be Broncos ball now at 35. Jason Kara says, hi brother, how do you think the PNG team will perform when they join? Hey, listen, I'm looking forward to it. There's a lot of questions and concerns, and I feel like everybody has to have questions and concerns about them, yeah? Like, they're obviously going to be developing from within. It's going to be mainly players from Papua New Guinea. So I'm excited to see a new team come in. They're always going to be the fresh talent. PNG fans are quite abusive online, so I love Papua New Guinea fans. They always get around these streams and whatnot, but that's because I'm not usually supporting against them. So I do feel concerned for away fans going to their games, but with that being said, I'm looking forward to seeing Papua New Guinea develop as a nation because they care so deeply about rugby league. I just worry about their ability to compete at the highest level and against these big-time teams on a 27-game season. But there's still a long way to go. There's still a couple of years until they come in, obviously. Left-hand side of the Broncos, they kick this ball through. It's a good kick. And it will be a dropout here from the Titans to the Broncos. Yeah, Broncos play well here. Broncos are definitely playing the better in the first 16 minutes. There's no doubt about that. Tony Francis has to knock it dead. It's going to be a dropout. Titans usually suck at short dropouts, so I hope they're better this year. I don't think Zach Lomax will do well. Well, Jack, listen. I have my issues with Zach, but that's outside of rugby, a league. In rugby league, he's a great player, man, and I'm sure that he'll do well at Parramatta Eels, but the Eels have a lot of questions about themselves as well. Fozza with a short drop, 20-metre dropout, wasn't too short. He tried it, but at least they didn't make a mistake or anything like that. So Broncos will grab the ball at the 30 and bring it back to the 21. But apparently the wind is really blowing in that direction as well. All right, so Corey Jensen now for the Bronx, the second tackle. They're 13 metres away here from the line. 17 minutes gone here. I need to see the Titans defense really improved, bro. I need to see the Titans defense. That's the thing that I need to see improved. Again, their attack isn't actually that great on a season-long standard, as we saw. But I need to see the defensive structure, bro, and that's not good defense. You know, and that's the issue. So the Broncos will score straight away off the hooker. And it's like Titans, man, this is the same old issues. Again, this is a preseason game, but it's the same old issues you're seeing. You know, there's not enough energy here. You're going up against a younger Broncos team here. It's great that you can beat them in the regular season, but when it comes to the preseason, I just don't understand why they're struggling so much in this first 17 minutes comparatively to the Broncos, because they're coming out and they're showing energy, they're showing power, they're showing they're throwing everything at them. So it's a bit of a concern that you're still seeing defensive issues this early on. But again, it's a preseason game. This is where you work it all out. But the issue is that you see this every single year. You know, the Eels game last year in the preseason, I remember the defense was poor. And it's like you try to see past it. You try to say, okay, they're going to improve this year, and this is just the preseason. But it does worry you when it's the same repetitive thing. I need to see better from the defense. It's just as simple as that. Mitchell says, Alan Fitzgibbon, Tukey Simpkins, and Kemba Marlowe will all score hat-tricks today. Don't know about that right now. Right now, they're struggling in a lot of ways. Steve says, is there any changes this year to rules other than what you guys already talked about? I don't think so. I'll have a look. While they're taking this kick, they should get this kick. NRL rule changes 2025. As confirmed, there will be no rule changes implemented for the 2025 NRL Telstra Premiership following the annual season review. Well, that's a lie because you did change the rule in regards to focusing on calling up the play the ball. Or you could say that it's not a rule change, it's just actually caring about the play the ball rule. So, because it is technically a rule, it's just that they're actually clamping down on it. So, I guess there's no rule change, but there you go. So, it's 12-0 to the Bronx, 18 minutes in. Jack says, is Tina going to be playing round 1? Yes, I would assume he's playing next week in the preseason against the Dolphins. I can't confirm this. I can't confirm it, but I'm pretty certain that he'll be playing against the Dolphins next week in the preseason. Fada says, we have a bye round 1. Yes. Oh, well, yeah, but he's just talking about round 1 for the Titans. You know, so round 2 against the Bulldogs is when the Titans get their first game. Round 2 against the Bulldogs is when we'll be seeing them. Dave Travis still okay with Perth in New Zealand? What do you mean? What do you mean by still okay with Perth in New Zealand? Are you talking about like teams? Yeah, well, there's meant to be 20 teams by 2032, so this will be the 19th team, so we'll only see... No, this will be the 18th team, won't it? No. Yeah, this would be the 19th team, so there's one more team that will come in by 2030. We're at 17 teams now, aren't we? How many teams are we at? Yeah, we are at 17 teams. Yeah, so it's 17 teams, so the next Papua New Guinea will be the 18th, and then there's still 2 spots. So I'm still happy to go with Perth and also New Zealand, yeah. Penalty to the Broncos. Skunkle says, classic Davey defence. Oh, you know, it's hard, man. But, it's again, preseason is preseason, but I just look at the same issues that just aren't being rectified across the board. Like, I'm not picking at any individual players, but you just need to see more, man. You really do. Ron says, I reckon this year the Bulldogs will make the finals. Well, they made the finals last year, so what would change besides them having a second-year syndrome? So 20 minutes gone here, guys. 20 minutes to go the first half. Hit that like button and subscribe. It's going to be Benjamin Takura smackdown at the 48. Don't forget, I will stream the Bulldogs Tigers. I will not be here for the Dragons Roosters because I've got a few things to do, but I will be here for the Bulldogs Tigers. Third tackle now for the Bronx at the 40. They have dominated possession. You do have to take notice of that as well. But then again, that has been because of Titans' errors. But they have got 57% to the Titans 43%. If you can try and equalise that, if you can try and bring it back within range, then obviously, you'll put yourself back into a better position. But right now, the Broncos have just got all the possession, and that's due to Titans' errors, and because the Broncos are playing as the better team so far. All right, so left-hand side now, they pass it short, and they'll be taking down fit tackle at the 5. I don't have the Raiders making the top 8. No. Is there a world? Sure, if Ricky does it. If Ricky gets him going. But I can't see them pushing for like a top 6 spot. I could see them as high as like 8th or 7th. Alright, so the Titans now. Let's see. They haven't got a penalty yet. I don't focus on that. They've got this ball out to the 22. That's a good run there. No way was he square. There's no way that he was squared there. Third tackle now at the 30. Sam Verrills. He'll go left-hand side to big Moaki Fodawaker, and Fodawaker will lose the ball. See what I mean? Broncos are getting all the possession, not just because the Broncos are playing better, but also because the Titans, they're giving them every bit of ball. You need possession to score, man. You need a possession to score, and you're just putting yourself under so much pressure. It's 60% to 40% now, possession-wise. 60 to 40%. And the Titans are just, let's look at the error count. Error count. Oh, the defensive tackle percentage is also awful. 86.07% defensive tackle effective percentage is not great. 4 tackle now at the 8. And errors. Oh, jeez. All right, left-hand side. They give it out here to Jock Madden. Madden now gives it to Billy Walters, who steps and he flicks it back. There's a check. Oh, look, come on. Energy, lads. Make the tackle. They get the offload away. And now Jock Madden will get. That's a good tackle. That's a really good tackle there from Tommy Weaver. Tommy Weaver with a great tackle there coming off the bench. They give it out. Kick it across. Not a great kick there from Perham, but it's going to end up being a try. Titans, same old issues, bro. Same old issues. Skunkles, I don't know why I was expecting Fitzgibbon to be a white fella. Why do we even need to bring that up? Luke says, how do you think Luai will go this year at the Tigers? Well, we're going to see if the Tigers, it's the organisation or if it's the players, man. We're gonna see this right now if it is the Tigers organisation or if it is the players. But I will always lean with the organisation. The Tigers have a decent enough team. You go and have a look at their gains and losses. West Tigers gains and losses 2025. Player movements. And this is directly related to Luai. That's why I'm bringing this up. So their gains are Jack Bird, Royce Hunt, Jerome Luai, Terrell May, Jarrell Skelton, and Sonia Toowoomba from the Panthers. They lost Solomon Alamalo, fine. John Bateman, it's okay. Chris Fangutu, it's okay. Asul Kapoa, fine. Jordan Miller, doesn't matter. Zai Papali, big loss, but he wasn't doing much for the Tigers. Aiden Caesar, it's fine. Jake Simkin, doesn't matter. Jaden Sullivan, honestly, probably better for them if that's what he's playing like last night. Junior Tupou, doesn't really matter. And Stefano Tukamanu was probably one of their better players, but they're also bringing in Terrell May and Royce Hunt, so that's not really a big loss. So, look, I think Jerome Luai has the team around him. I want to look at their predicted lineup. West Tigers, predicted lineup 2025. Oh, really? They're predicting Adam Dwayne in the centres? So their predicted lineup that they've got here on Sporting News is Dream Buller 1, Sonia Toowoomba and Brent Naden wings, Olam and Dwayne centres, Lachlan Galvin 6 and Jerome Luai 7 with Royce Hunt and Terrell May front row, Talon De Silva 9, I like Talon, he's captain today actually, Sambola Fayunu and Alex Seyfarth back row, Jack Bird 13, 14 Latu Fayunu, 15 David Clemmer, 16 Whanua Pole and Alex Swallow 17. Oh, bro. When you look at it like that, unless they're missing someone, so it's 18 nearly the Bronx. Unless they're missing someone, their back row is a bit how you going. Their 13 Jack Bird is how you going. Their centers are massively how you going. The Brent Naden played well last night, but hasn't really played well in the NRL. Dream Buller had a down year last year. Need to see a reboot for him. Galvin and Luai I do like in the harvest for sure. The front rowers of Royce Hunt and Terrell May I do like for sure. Talon De Silva I'm okay with. I think he's a youngster. He's coming through. Captain today. We'll see how he goes. But there's still a lot of question marks about that Tigers team, man. So let's see how the Titans got the win to this game, by the way. And that's why it's even more disappointing. And another penalty from the Titans. Another penalty. It's only preseason. The issue that I take from this is that nothing's changing. You know, it's a high tackle from Fozzer there. The issue that you take from this game is that there's nothing changing, man. You know, and it's like, do you feel like bringing, again, this is against the young Broncos side, do you feel like bringing Tino in and bringing JC in and bringing Brian Kelly in and whatnot and Keanu Kinney, do you feel like it adjusts this game? Like, and that's against this Broncos team. You know, it's a real, it is preseason. You've got to remind yourself that. But this performance has been extremely disappointing when they should not be down 18-0 with their lineup. They shouldn't be. End of season for West Tigers, they went well, didn't they? No, they came last. Ron says, yeah, preseason, but I've seen that all season. Correct, this is still the preseason. You don't take this as gospel. Like, this isn't gospel. But with that being said, the same issues are being shown. But it's like, just as you watch with every other game, preseason is still preseason. But it's nice to win it. And for the Broncos, this is even better because they are playing a very weakened lineup. Right? They're playing a very weakened lineup. Whilst the Titans, they're coming into this with a stronger lineup, and yet they're getting beaten 18-0. And that's where the disappointment comes from. So, no, to downplay preseason is like, no, don't be silly. It's still preseason. But there is context behind this game to show why it is a significant benefit for why the Broncos are playing as well as they are against this Titans outfit. And there's going to be another penalty to the Broncos. So Titans are giving away penalties galore. A high tackle, apparently. Lagan Ballsack says, soon looking like golden point for the charity game. Oh, there you go. Brent Neslick says, not sure if they would. Not sure if they would what? Appy, Appy's the only one missing. Yeah, I don't know why Appy's not. Why would they not have Appy then? How many NRL says, I just would have expected a bit more discipline-wise than the Titans, I agree. I know it's preseason, but still. But with that being said, like, I agree with you, but it's just the same shit, bro. It is. It really is the same shit, man. And I don't want to say that. Like, at the end of the day, I want to be able to back my Titans team. But that's why I'm so much more reserved this year, because I've seen it all before. I've seen it all before, man. He's suspended. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, second tackle now for the Broncos. They're probably going to score again here because the defense doesn't put up. I need to see defense. This Titans defense is always struggling, bro. It really is. And that's a good offload, and they're going to score straight away. You know, this is the Titans, man. This is the Titans. And again, like, although it's preseason, they should hang their heads in shame. This is really disappointing. It's really, really disappointing. Mitch Pearce, MVP, has got that dog at him. Oh, has he played well, has he? Scott says, same as Tanner, that's why he didn't play. Oh, is Tanner injured, is he? Oh, there you go. I was going to say, I was wondering why Tanner wasn't a part of their preseason lineups anywhere. I was really confused by that. But I didn't know that Tan was injured. 13th of July, Brisbane plays the Titans. Reckon might book accommodation now. Yeah. Well, yeah. Look, if they play like this, the Broncos will slap them with a full-strength lineup. Again, the Titans have beat them in the regular season 3 times in a row, and we actually had 10 of our starters out against the Broncos in the game we beat them at Suncorp when we won 38-36. But, you know, you can't defend this. You just can't defend this shit. The only thing you've got to say is preseason, and then you're just like, well, the other team's playing preseason too with a weaker lineup than you, so you can't even really use that. What joke went over my head? I don't know. I don't know what joke went over my head. But same old shit, man. Same old shit. So 24-0 to the Broncos, 13 minutes to go the first half. Dave, will you be attending all Titans games in 2045? You'll have to watch a video tomorrow at 4 p.m. Queensland time. 4 p.m. Queensland time, I'm dropping an announcement video about a few things. Steve says this means nothing till points are available. Like, again, Steve, I agree. I agree that this means nothing. But the reason why it does is on the sole basis that nothing changes. Nothing changes. And it's like, if you're going to struggle this badly in the first 27 minutes, there's so long to go. And I'm going to back my team in all the way. I'm going to support my team throughout the season. But there's no way that anybody at the Titans, as an organisation, I'm looking at you, Titans organisation, there's no way you can tell me and defend this situation right now. There is no way you can defend this to Titans fans. What are we meant to still be expecting? Hope and believe? You know, you need to prove another penalty. You need to prove the fans wrong. Just because you are a professional NRL team does not mean that you are great, right? Which is a weird kind of thought process that this club seems to have about itself. That we're already we're building towards the right thing. Well, prove it to us. Prove it to us that you are building towards the right thing. Prove it to us that this team can be successful. Prove it to us about your 2 premierships for the men's and 2 premierships for the women's by 2030. Because until we see even one, it's just words. It really is. It's just words at this point. We need to see, and I love these guys. I know Khalees well. I know, all these guys really well throughout the games and whatnot. I love every single one of them and I want the best for them. But I need to see this team actually developing in the right fashion. I've been to every game for the last 3 seasons in a row. And before that, I've been to pretty much every single home game since 2010 when I was 16 years old. I've seen it. I've seen this team over and over and over again. And we're told to be grateful for 2016 and for 2021 in 2 losing seasons where we had to rely on other teams to make the finals. And these players can't be blamed for that. But we're expected to be grateful for coming 8th position in 2016 and 2021 when we had 2 losing seasons and we had to rely on the Tigers to lose in 2016 to make it. And we had to rely on 2 teams, the Sharks and the Raiders in 2021 and then win by 11 points over the Warriors, which we did. We won 44-0. But it's like, be grateful for that? We've seen success, have we? Is that your definition of success? That's the issue that I have with this team. The issue is they have an unrealistic expectation about where we are at. They need to prove to us that they are developing in the right direction. And it's coming from as passionate as a fan as you can possibly see, because our fans deserve way better. They deserve way better. And again, this is pre-season. This is not the ultimate argument that we're talking about here. This is a larger issue, but this is a bad sign about where this team is at if they're struggling this bad in a preseason game with a stronger lineup in the first half. But there's a lot more beneficial and positives that could come, but they do need to hear those words. Sam Verrills will get this ball here to the 20. And it's like, it's a preseason game. Could they come back and win this game? Sure. I don't think they will, but if they come back and win this game, great. But it's still 24-0 against a weakened Broncos outfit. It's still 24-0. 10 minutes to go here the first half. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Tommy Weaver gives it off to Sammy Verrills. Off to AJ Brimo. Brimo gives it out here to Jojo Fifita. Go Jojo. Come on Jojo. Taking down 10 metres out. 3rd tackle. And if you think I'm wrong in any words I just said, then feel free to let me know in the comment section. If you think anything I just said is incorrect, feel free to tell me how I'm wrong. Feel free. 4th tackle now. 5 out from the line. That's going to be a... I don't know. Watch whilst he's calling here. Oh, Sam Verrills, HIA. Sam Verrills, HIA. Come on, Arama. Let's go. Logan says, Knights beat Sharks 44-18 last year in Preseason means nothing. Don't look too deeply into it. Oh, okay. So 10 minutes to go the first half. There's a reason why I've explained what I've explained. There is a reason why I have concerns. It's not based off of an individual game. It's based off the fact that nothing has looked like it's changed. Tell me what you have seen as a benefit and a positive in this opening 30 minutes of this team that has differentiated from the years prior. I'm aware that the preseason, but you still need to see adjustments and change. Tommy Weaver kicks it through, and it's going to be Broncos ball at the 5. Luke says, is this performance disappointing to see, even though it's just a preseason? Absolutely, Luke. Absolutely. 100% Luke. Just because it's a preseason doesn't take away from the disappointment this is. 100%. So 3rd tackle now for the Broncos at the 13. So I hear you, mate, but you said it before. Use this game to sort your shit out. I get the frustration, though. The frustration comes from 15 years. 17. How many years we've been in comp now? 18. 5th tackle now for the Broncos. They get this ball here to the 35. Lane says, yo, oh, here we go. Bro, I'm not even going to bite at you. Dazmate says, something eventually has to work out in the Gold Coast. Look, I hope so, man. I just want something better for our fans, dude. You know, like Titans fans, they'll use the fact that we've won 3 regular seasons games in a row against the Broncos and beat them 46-18. But realistically, it is us just coping, right? Like it is. And it's like, again, I can sit here till the cows come home and say this is preseason, but there is merit to it. But these games are there to work out. These games are there to fix this shit. But the shit never gets fixed. That is the issue with the Titans. Leighton says, Titans should be good. They have one of the best systems for building good juniors. Hey, finally, good comment. I agree. We've got great development. We do. And this is something that's been fantastically done by Dennis Watt and Steve Mitchell. They have helped to develop on the Gold Coast. But it comes through to the transition from that development to the NRL. We need to see that transition to the NRL, and that's what the benefit is for the future. The Titans do have a fantastic development system. They do have a great development system. A lot of teams around the league have guys that come from the Gold Coast. Just need to see it in action, man. We need to see the movement in play. That's going to be knock on from the Broncos. The Titans bought it 30. NRL speaking, so I was hoping the Titans would be good against a weak Broncos team. I think we all were, brother. Is it Desi's birthday, Bracken Mills? At the end of the day, I don't think that has too much play on this, but I definitely wish they would show a bit more oomph for Desi's birthday. He wouldn't be happy right now. No one who's a Titans fan would be happy with this. Skunk says, preseason doesn't change player attitudes and coaching systems. Well, the preseason is ultimately about seeing them put the plays into motion. Want to see some attack here, and the defense again. It's the same defense. That's my concern. So first tackle now for the Titans, and it's going to be Philip Summer who brings his ball to the 15. Second tackle now. Now let's see this amazing attack that we have. I want to see the attack. Chris Randall gives it out to Khalees Haas. Good run by Khalees. Good post-contact meters, about 5 of them. Third tackle now, 5 meters out. Chrissy Randall goes right-hand side, Tommy Weaver, and they'll be taken down 4 meters out from the line. 4 tackles. 7 minutes to go the first half. You got Chris Randall. He'll go short side. Dave Fafita. Close. 1 meter out from the line now. 5th tackle. Now Chrissy Randall. He'll go out to the left-hand side. Hits the grass. And that's not... They flick it back, though. Broken down play. It's a knock-on. Ty says 24-0 happy for me as a Broncos fan. Absolutely. If you're a Broncos fan, you'd be very happy with this. Very weakened Broncos team up against a... I'd say this is like a Z team for the Bronx. If you want to be on a realistic level, like a D team for the Bronx, whilst the Titans are playing their B team. But it's like there's still a sizable gap between that Titans B team to the Broncos D team. Like there's a sizable gap, yeah? So that's the issue. So that's why Broncos fans should be super happy with this. Jason said, it's only preseason, bro. Don't worry, Titans can fix it up. You literally just told me up there that you thought the Titans were going to get the wooden spoon. So it's interesting, the switch up. But, again, agree. But the concerns, it doesn't mean the concerns aren't valid. Absolutely agree. There's no 2 points on offer here. So yeah, sure, the Titans can absolutely change it, but I need to see them change it so that I can have that opinion. Because if the Panthers start off badly in the preseason and the first couple of games of the season, guess what? They've proven before that no matter what, they can still turn it around. The Melbourne Storm, if they struggle in the earlier parts of the season or they struggle in the preseason, guess what? Which they did. Guess what? They've proven on many occasions that they can change it around. So all these teams with the history, we haven't proven it. It's going to be 5th tackle, and it's going to be Titans ball at 25 on their own side of the field. The issue is we haven't proven it yet. We've never actually gone and shown that we have that proof that if it starts off slowly, we will turn it around. So that's the difference there. But again, it is preseason, so it can turn around. I just need to see it. Logan says, I find first trial game is always seeing juniors play and up-and-comers. Second week is proper. If it's concerning next week, I'll be disappointing. So it's a penalty here to the Titans at the 38. Whilst I agree, Jojo Feeder is a starter, Philip Summy is a starter, AJ Brimson is a starter, Kieran Foran is a starter, Moaki Fodawaker is a starter, Sam Verrills is a starter, Jamin Jolliffe is a starter, or bench if you want to go that way. Dave Feeder is a starting back rower, Bo Firma is a starting back rower, and Chris Randall is a starting lock. Broncos-wise, Hayes Perm's not a starter or bench. Josiah Katapani is very lucky to make the 17 this year. Shibasaki doesn't play. Deloise Hoito is very lucky to make the 17 this year. Dane Mariner probably does, maybe. Oh, good run by Tommy Weaver, taking out the 35, second tackle. Billy Walters, I don't even know if he'll play, but I'll give you a starter there. Jock Madden's not going to get a crack this year. Corey Jensen's a starter, I'll give you that. Corey Pakes may. Benjamin Takura potentially on the bench. Gosiewski, probably not with their team. Brendan Piakura is a starter and Kobe Hetherington is benched. That's a penalty to the Titans. I'd like at least one try in the first half here with this team. So that's the difference. That's why the concerns are there. So it's going to be a penalty here for the Titans. They're 13 minutes out. Just one try before half-time, please, boys. Just one try. So Josiah Pahulu, his first tackle, 4 metres out. Obviously had a little bit of drama at the back end of last year, but I think it's okay at the moment. Tommy Weaver gives it out to AJ Brimo. Taken down 5 metres out from the line, second tackle. 6 again here for the Titans. Chris Randall, short ball. And Isaac Fa'asuamaleaui will be half a metre short from the line. Be first tackle now. Titans, you've got a fresh set of 6 here, right on the line. It's your opportunity to show your stuff right now. Tommy Weaver spreads it across. Good run. Oh, great tackle there by Billy Walters. That was a really nice tackle. I'm surprised Jalen de Groot didn't score. Short ball. And I will say the Broncos defense has been quite impressive today. I will say the Broncos defense has been quite solid. They go left-hand side, Chris Randall, and that's a knock on Cleese Haas. Alex Crows, Tom waiting for another year in the 2s. Oh, man. Adam Smart says, plus it could be worse, Blaze. Olivia could be in the chat. No, Olivia's fine, man. Like, I think Broncos fans who are listening right now and watching what I'm saying are understanding that I'm not the same person I used to be, where I was very much just in your face about the Titans, right? I'm a lot more realistic and a lot less antagonistic now as the older I get, man. You know, the younger you are, the more you want to really just fight tooth and nail, and every part of you just wants to believe that Titans are going to change it and your team's you're going to back your team and through it all. And it's like, I can back my team and through it all, and I do, but I just need to see them prove this shit. So it's like, at least they grabbed it. Good work there by, I tell you what, Alan Fitzgibbon's been good today. I've liked Alan Fitzgibbon in this game. Hippitis says, keep the first grades out in the second half. They need more time. Well, they got obviously next week to go as well. I feel like there's no point keeping him out there in the second half, man. I get where you're coming from, but, I want to see Zane Harrison. I'd bring him on straight away in the second half. I'd give him a crack. I'd give Zane a crack right immediately in the start of the second half. We want to see Tukumahaya Simpkins. We want to see Sammy Stevenson. We want to see these guys off the bench. So I disagree, but I get where you're coming from. Because we've still got next week. Fatima says, our defense has always been our problem for a very long time, and it never has been constantly good. Our attack is amazing. Is it? Is it just that it's just the defense? It's just never getting better consistently. They kick this ball through, bounces up. Try time for the Titans. We'll take it. David Fafita will score under the post. Broncos make a mistake at the back, and the Titans will score right before halftime to make it 24-4 with a kick to come, and it will be a 24-6 game because they will get a kick from right in front. So at least we take some points out of the first half, but dearie me. So is it Tommy Weaver with the kick? No, it's not Tommy Weaver. It's AJ Brimo with the kick. He's very good at his grubbers. Like, that's a positive. We do see AJ Brimo is very good with his grubbers. One of the better grubbers in the game, actually. He does get a lot of try assists from it. But a mistake there from Billy Walters, and David Fafita just grabs it in the air and puts it down. So we take the try. But a lot to improve on in the second half. Backroom Mills says, the experience of Dez does come with hope, but I do see what you're saying is unacceptable. It is. It's not too deep, but I want to see more for this community. But Fatima, I ask you, you say our attack is amazing, still had the 6th worst attack last year. 463 for the Tigers, 463 for the Tigers, 474 for the Raiders, 470 for the Knights, 488 for the Titans. So we had the 4th worst attack last year, and the 4th worst defense as well. 716 Eels, 682 Rabbitohs, 750 for the Tigers. Yeah, 4th worst attack and 4th worst defense. That's why we came 4th last. Not all teams are like that exactly, but we show that. So that's where, I do say, well, we've got to look at that too. It's all good that we can score 66 against the Wars, and it's all good that we can score 46 against the Broncos, and 38 against the Broncos as well. Last year, we scored over 80, nearly 90 points against the Broncos, but it's all good you can do that in a couple of games, but do it on a consistent level. quite a few games last year. We had a nil scoreline. So half time here, 24-6. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Not a great half for the Gold Coast Titans. Very disappointing for sure. It is pre-season, but nothing's really changed in my opinion so far. Need to see some proof. Need to see some adjustments. Obviously, the second half, you're more so going to be looking at guys, like Zane Harrison, which I'm really excited for. Simpkins, Ramahau, probably guys like Ryan Four and Sammy Stevenson. Kubai and whatnot. Eloise from Fox League goes, it felt like you were in control of the first half to Billy Walters. Brother, they're up 24-6, mate. Of course they were in control of the first half. What kind of question is that? Are you watching the game on KO? Yes, I am watching the game on KO, Ty. Ryder says, as a Broncos fan in the normal season, the Titans always upset the Broncos. Yeah, in the last 3 games, yeah. The Titans have beaten the Broncos 3 games in a row in the regular season. So that is something to keep an eye on ahead of this year. But we don't play the Broncos until around Origin time. The first game for the Titans and Bronx isn't until around 13 or 14. I saw this before. 2025. We don't play the Broncos until Saturday the 7th of June. Saturday the 7th of June at Suncorp. And Titans play the Bronx on Sunday the 13th of July at Seabus. But 7th of June, when's Origin? Is that literally Origin? Ampol State of Origin. Okay, no, so it's about a week and a half before Origin too. So it's right in the middle of Origin. But yeah, we don't play them for a long time, to be fair. But look, I'm okay with us getting a try in the first half, but it just took too long to get there and we conceded too many points. Steve says, won't lie, I'm glad Brisbane aren't playing in Las Vegas this year. Well, I'll be there. I'll be there in a few days, a week and a half's time. Week and a half, and I will be in Vegas. Woohoo! Hillbilly says, Des is always a slow starter. Even in premiership seasons, Manly used to get flogged in pre-season. Not that he prepares teams to lose. I wouldn't be surprised if he's still flogging them at training. I agree. However, we started the season last year 0-6. So we didn't win a game until we travelled to New Zealand in round 8, for Anzac Day. That's an issue. Do I think that that's going to be the case this year? We've got a bye in the first round, but no, I don't think that's going to be the case this year. But if we go and have a look at the Titans' start to the year, they have a bye in round 1. They'll take the Bulldogs on in Belmore in round 2. They play the Knights at home at Seabus at 6:35 p.m. on Saturday for round 3. Now, the interesting thing about this game is that the Titans always get whooped in Newcastle. It's been a weird thing, but the Knights always get whooped at Seabus. So if it's to continue down that stat line, that trajectory, then the Titans will win that game by a bit. But that's just based off of history in regards to the 2 stadiums with those 2 teams. Then they travel to Sydney to play the Roosters. They play the Dolphins at Seabus. Then they play the Dragons. And then the Raiders and the Cowboys before they play the Bulldogs again on my birthday at Magic Round. So the first, and then Knights again. So that first 10 rounds isn't actually insanely difficult. It's not an insane one. The Roosters are going to have a down year. The Knights, they have a good record over at Seabus. Bulldogs, you have no idea how they're going to play. Could they be a second-year syndrome team, or will they be better for the experience? You just don't know. The Dolphins are a how-you-going team. Doesn't matter about the preseason game where they won by 50 against the Cowboys team that played nobody. They were expected to win by a decent little bit. But the Dolphins will be interesting in regards to Christian Wolf being their coach this year. The Dragons, very interesting team. A lot of experience, a lot of older players. Not really a great deal of... There's not really a great deal of oomph that I'm feeling from their backline, but we'll see. We'll see how the Dragons go. Raiders, they're not expected to be great. Cowboys... The Titans have had an okay-ish record against the Cowboys. Oh, not up at Townsville, though. At Seabus, they've been okay. I think we've beaten them the last 2 times at Seabus, actually. Yeah, we have. Yeah, we did, because we won that real nail-biter last year, and then the year before that, we broke their streak. Yeah, so the Titans have won the last 2 games at Seabus, but that's in Townsville. Bulldogs again, the Knights again. So it's not the most difficult first 10 rounds, but if they get off to an 0-6 start again, their season's done. If they get off to an 0-6 start again, season's done. There's no 2 ways about it. You can't start a season off 0-6. Santa says, yeah, I'm not watching. Is Tina back? No, Tina's not playing. Tina's not back yet. Tina's not back. Bracken says, at least they score before halftime. Yeah, I take it. I take it. Not happy with the first half, but I take it. Steve says, won't lie, I'm glad Brisbane... Oh, that's right, I read that comment. BK would know me from a while ago. Me and him used to have a weird beef going on. Okay, I don't know, but sure. Yeah, no, long time no see, mate. Yeah. Yeah, no, remember when we did that thing that time and it was like, whoa. I was like, whoa, and you were like, whoa. I remember that was my favorite time when we did that thing. No, it was awesome. No, I had a lot of great memories. Great memories. Too Clean says Titans top 4. Don't think so, man. Don't think so. I would love to see it, but don't think so. Luke says, do you think the Dogs will have another good year? Tough question, dude. Very tough question. I want to see them in the preseason game in the next game, but they're not playing an incredibly strengthy lineup. They're not playing an incredibly strengthy lineup, but I'd like to expect that they would. I'd like to hope that they would. But the Cowboys, Broncos, and Warriors have done drop-offs in recent years with their kind of similar. Logan Paul says, BK Sport, are you a Broncos fan? What? Jaden says, yeah, take it back for the spoon. Hopefully Titans get better this year. They need more quality players. I don't think that they don't have quality players, man. I really don't. Like, if you go into the players, and I'll explain why. I don't actually think that they don't have quality players. You know, Alofiana Camperi is a quality player, needs to fix his defense, but is an incredible attacker. AJ Brimson, we know, is quality. BK showed last night, and he got players play last year. BK is a great player, just needs the consistency. Another one, Jaden. Well, JC is quite 50-50, but he tries his very best, man. But I'll take it. I'll take it out of. I'm trying to look at from like star player level from your perspectives. That's all. I'll only speak about star players. Cameron Kinney, if he plays like he did last year, is a star player, and if he plays like he did for New Zealand, then he's a star player. And then Bo Firma is amazing. Love Bowie. Chris Randall is a real hard worker, but you just won't see him as that star level if you're not a fan of the Titans. Dave Fafita is a star player. People disrespect him just because. They've still got Keenan Palacia here on the Titans website playing for him as a prop. You know, come on, man. Like, really, you still got him on the lot? You still got him here? Is it really that hard to adjust that, Titans? You know, Rian Campbell-Gillard's a fantastic front rower. So is Mikey Fodawaker. So is Tino, obviously. Look, I don't think it's that they don't have the players, man. I really don't. I don't think it's that they do not have the players. I just think... Do they even have Kieran Foran here? Oh my gosh. Really? We're on NRL.com looking at the Titans team and they don't even have Kieran Foran on here? What, did he die? I'm watching him in this game. I don't think he's dead. I'm pretty certain he's alive. Why is he not here? And why is Keenan Palacia still on the team list? He's in England. Oh my gosh, it's really not that difficult to get the team list right. Anyway, the point is that the players on the team, right, who are contracted. Anyway, the point is that I don't think the Titans have a bad team. I just don't think that it ever works out in the Gold Coast for whatever reason. For whatever reason. Got there in the end, Lagan. What do you say? Are you a Broncos fan? I was going to say, why would you tag me? Fatima says, yeah, I remember when you, Blaze, and had that boxing match when Blaze TKO in the first second, mate. Great times. Great times. How do you think the Broncos are going to do with Ben Hunt? Obviously an older Haas parent, but you're probably putting Ben Hunt into the 9, aren't you? Because I would assume you've got Adam Reynolds as the 7, and then you're having Mr. Magoo as your man in the 6. And I will call him that because I think that he's got off extremely lightly for his situation. But that doesn't take away from the fantastic player that he is. But, you know, in the number 6, you've got a good 5'8". You need Reece Walsh to have a much better year this year in the fullback. Adam Reynolds in 7, you just need him to be injury-free. He's getting older now, and same with Ben Hunt, you need to be injury-free, and he is getting older now as well. So, look, there's a lot of reliance in that spine, a lot of reliance. And, you know, Paddy Carrigan is always solid. I still need to see way more from Jordan Ricky. I think that he's susceptible as well. I think that Payne Haas is obviously fantastic, and Jensen is a solid forward. Like, I think he does his job at a solid level. You know, the centres of... Who's your predicted lineup, actually? Because you probably have, what? Is it Selwyn Cobbo on your wing with Jermaine Sarko or off my rocker? Brisbane Broncos predicted lineup. Still have time, by the way. Predicted line for 2025. Here we go. So your 1 through 5 is Reece Walsh, Jesse Arthurs, Tony Staggs, Dean Marron, and Selwyn Cobbo. The centre pairing is on and off. The wingers are on and off, but I do like Jesse Arthurs. I think he's a tough worker, and Selwyn Cobbo makes a lot of mistakes, but also can be that X-Factor ability. Wow, they're actually saying that Ezra Mam isn't going to be in the team lineup. Oh, no, he's suspended, isn't he? How long is he suspended for? I think he's suspended for a similar amount of time frame. So Ben Hunt's the 6 and Reynolds the 7. Corey Pags 9, Reece Walsh. There's a lot of reliance in that spine. A lot of reliance. Back row's fine, but I need to see more from Piakura as well, and I do need to see a lot more out of Ricky, despite the fact he's played for New Zealand. Hey, ladies, you can think he's attractive all you like, but there is a reason why I'm critical of it. Paddy Carrigan, there's no problems with. Corey Pags, up-and-comer. Jensen and Haas, I love that front row pairing. 6 and 7, Ben Hunt, Reynolds. You take it, for sure. Just hope that they don't get injured. And that they can keep going, but they've got a lot of experience there and a lot of quality there. Reece Walsh needs to have a much better year this year. Jesse Arthurs and Selwyn Cobbo, X-Factor, but also error ability and defensive liability. And then Katoni Staggs and Dean Mariner is X-Factor, but also defensive liability. So the 2 through 5 is an interesting conundrum there. There's a few conundrums. I think the Broncos will be better, for sure. I think the Broncos will be better, but there is still question marks. Luke, so I can't wait to see how Latrell goes this year. I don't know why, but I just feel like he's going to have a career year this year. We say this every year, and I want nothing but Trell to have a career year, but we need to see him do it. It's like the Titans and me. I need to see them change their fortunes. I need to see the adjustment. I need to see it move along and to see the improvements. Until then, I have to be reserved. I have to protect I have to protect the hopes and dreams, because if you go out with all these hopes and dreams and expectations that the club sells you, that where this is the year, and then they disappoint again, then you're just left out there to get absolutely ripped apart by the NRL world. And I can tell you right now, they don't give a shit about how the NRL world go at you. It's all your fault. So, at the end of the day, I need to be a lot more reserved with this team until they prove otherwise. Steve, so I think Ben Hunt is a good player, but a bit of a liability, runs hot and cold depending on his mood. I agree, but you can also look at that and say that the Dragons, he didn't want to be there so for the last little bit. So you could also argue that Ben Hunt at the Broncos might be a lot more on that kind of always caring factor and a lot more into it from the start because he's back home. Again, Broncos fans, most hypocritical fans in regards to Ben Hunt, because you've slaughtered him for, until that Origin game the other year. You slaughtered that man. You made that man's life a living hell until he had that Origin moment, which was amazing. And now everyone's like, welcome home, Benny. It's like, bro, you guys literally ran him out of town. You literally, quite literally ran that man out of town after 2015. And it's like, well and truly deserved in regards to criticism, but it got way too much for such a long period. So it's like, yes, Ben Hunt's back. I say in Brisbane as his home because he's like from the area, but the fans, wow, it's hypocritical, bro. It's insanely hypocritical and just weird for them to be saying, welcome home, Benny. Bro, you ran him out of town. You shit. Fatima says, I don't know how we didn't get banned for a longer time and a bigger fine. Oh, in regards to Ezra. What did Lagan say? Ezra Mam is a muppet outside the NRL just like Lomax. What did Lagan say though? I didn't see Lagan reply to you in regards to that. Anyway. Ryder says, Latrell overrated, it hurt a lot. Oh no, it definitely, Ryder, don't get me wrong, it hurt a lot. I'm fine with that. Like, Patrick Herbert, when he didn't pass the ball, that hurt me a lot, and that hurt the Titans fans a lot. And similarities happened, but I don't look to make that man's life a living hell based off him making a mistake, because he made a mistake and he felt it himself as well. And it's like, people need to realise these players, they give a shit too. So it's like when Ben Hunt drops that ball, he feels it as well, arguably more than every Tom, Dick and Harry that are reacting to it. Second half aside, he hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. He would arguably feel it more because he's actually in the moment. The reaction from it was like okay for the first, I'd say the reaction from it for like a week, sure, but it went on for years and years and years, even when he went to the Dragons. To this day, until he signed the Broncos, you would still see comments about it, right? And that's the issue. I get it hurt a lot, but I'm not dwelling on the Patrick Herbert situation where if he was still playing, that I would still be making jibes with it. It's a remembering history part for sure, and I wish things were different, but it was Yeah, I just felt like it went on for way too long in regards to Ben Hunt, as if like he didn't have an emotion in regards to the game too. Angus says, hey man, how's your fitness been going? Should have some more gym content and stuff, man. I haven't been doing fitness for a while, man. I need to get fit again. But then again, I've got a lot of travelling coming up. But it's, yeah. So Kemba Marlowe's on here for the Titans. My fitness hasn't been good. I haven't done much fitness in this off-season, bro. I've been everywhere, man. But I do need to get back into it for sure. Steve says, my opinion was fully based on how he followed Wayne Bennett and left us. That's fine, but he also... It was also time for him to get out of there because it was too volatile with the fans. Fatima says, apparently Blaze took Ryder's diaper when they went on the roller roster. Apparently that's why the feud started. What? I don't even know what that just was. Leighton says, as a Bronx, that's a Titans knock on. Fantastic start, boys. Leighton says, as a Bronx fan, I never had a problem with Hunt. We wouldn't have made the grand final without him. Absolutely agree. There's no two ways about that. And it wasn't just Bronx fans bagging him. The other teams were bagging him for years. But that's the thing. Opposition fans can do what the hell they want because they're opposition fans. But you need to rally behind your player. Like, when it's your player, you need to rally behind him, right? So it's like Patrick Herbert broke the heart of this organisation by not passing that ball. But I'm not going to take a jab at him at every 2 seconds to make him feel bad for it, which is what majority, not saying all, majority of Broncos did for a very, very long time. Oh, nearly a knock on. No, it is a knock on. Let's go. Oh, no, they didn't call knock on. All right, well, it's Broncos ball still. First tackle at 35. So, 45. So, again, I'm not saying all Broncos fans, of course. You know, there are probably still Titans fans that are going on about Patrick Herbert as if, like, that's the be-all and end-all of our history. But, you know, a majority of them were extremely harsh. And it's like, I get you're upset. I'm very well aware of that. But also, there's a player that you could argue, if you're going to base it on Ben Hunt, could have had the same negative impact to the Broncos losing that grand final in 2023 as well. Left-hand side, short ball, and good tackle there. Very good tackle by, get around him. Zane Harrison's on the field. Zane Harrison with a fantastic tackle. They kick that cross. They kick it across. That's going to be Broncos ball, and they're going to score a try. Same defense. Same defense, man. Be careful using that word, Logan. Usually doesn't like it. Oh, what's he said? Oh, yes. Yeah. That is true, Logan. Obviously, correct call to remove that comment, Jay. But, yeah, that was a thing. But can you blame him, Steve? Like you said, your opinion was fully based on how we followed Wayne Bennett and left us, but could you blame him? Broncos fans never forgave him until he did that Origin. He had the Origin redemption. Was it 2022? There you go. Yeah, Ben Hunt Origin try in 2022 was the best Origin try in the best Origin game. It was a fantastic game, and it was a fantastic try. A lot of great tries, though. New South Wales fans would argue James Tedesco 2019. You know, there's a lot of competition with that, but it was a great moment. It was an incredible moment. I'm a Queenslander, you know. I'm going to agree with you, but also there's a lot of great moments that have gone by. So Shibasaki for the Bronx, Corey Paix, Pia Kura, Corey Paix, and Dean Mariner try scorers for the Titans. Just the David Fafita in the 38th minute. Oh boy, so Jock Madden here. And also, they now have the advantage. And this is another disappointing thing. The Titans had the advantage in the first half with the win. They now have the advantage with the win, the Bronx. So it's like, oh man. 35 to go of the game. He will miss that one. So 28-6 with 35 minutes to go here of the game. Oh boy. Jack just... Oh, yeah, by the way, guys, there's a new video that comes out on BKRtravel in 20 minutes' time on my BKRtravel channel. It's all about travel. I'm going to Vegas soon. You'll see helicopter tours in the Grand Canyon and everything, so definitely check out BKRtravel in the pinned comment. There's a new video that comes out in 20 minutes' time. But I got a message from a friend of mine who's a Titans fan, and he said, can you believe how bad that was? No, mate. No, well, yeah, I can. Oh, no, here we go. What are these ones? Oh my gosh, dude. People online are crazy. Broncos are away again. Jaden Hunt, he'll be taken down at the 45. Steve, so I can't speak for other Muppet Broncos supporters. I agree. You don't have to take the responsibility for them, but that doesn't mean the majority weren't doing it. But you don't have to take the responsibility for them. End of the day, it's a game, but yeah, I can see your point. Yeah. Reese says, still wouldn't say he's fully forgiven if things go well with the Broncos again. I'm sure to be brought up again. If the Broncos don't go, if it doesn't go well with him, I would agree. People are very much into that. 6 again of the Bronx. Oh, this is bad. This second half, this is all youngsters for the Titans, so I don't give a shit about the second half, really. But for the first half, I give a shit about. The first half is what I care about. Like, this is... But that's just same defense, bro. Like, dead set. Like, 32-6 here with a kick to come. It's just the same old shit, bro. And what, are we gonna get promised that it's going to be fixed by next week? Is that what we're going to get? We're going to get promises about it? These are all youngsters now, but it's also the Broncos youngsters that are playing. So why is it that you're still getting beaten so simply? Like, Jock Madden gives it off here to the number 14 for the Bronx, which is... Number 14 is Latrell Seagwalt. And it just scores so easily. You know, and this is why, even though it's a preseason game, you're just like, and forgive the language, but what the fuck? You know, like, it's just like, nothing changes, man. Logan Ballsack says, Grand Canyon, bloody hell, since when were you in America? I'll be in America next Thursday. Not this Thursday, but next Thursday, because Vegas games. My mum's a Sharks fan, so I'll be going over to back the Sharks in with her. Might back in the Warriors over the Raiders, but we'll see in the other game, but... yeah, you know, it's just, it's a bit disappointing. Like, I'm old enough now where I can just talk about this like a normal person. I will swear occasionally because I am still extremely passionate about this team and this community. You know, I have my issues with them, but at the end of the day, like, I always will back this community into the end of the earth. But it's just so disappointing to see this shit over and over and over and over and over again, regardless of preseason, regular season. And if, you know what, and if they don't like that comment, and people don't like that comment, you are too high on what this club has delivered for so long. And if you don't like that, and you feel like that is a negative against this club, that's not on me. Because I need you to tell me why I'm wrong, if that's the case. Tell me why I'm wrong. Jacob says at the Bronx. Yeah, Bronx going well. Can't complain with the Bronx. We're just falling off tackles. Absolutely. You know, we take that try at the end of the first half, but... Still, you can see how much that try meant to Hunt. I think what made it even more special, that was at Suncorp, wasn't it? I think it was. That was at Suncorp. Yeah? Yeah, I think it was at Suncorp anyway. But that was a massive moment for him, for sure. Yeah. All right, so the Broncos now, they go right-hand side. Don't forget, guys, we'll be streaming the Bulldogs versus Tigers game right after this. I just won't be here for the Dragons Roosters, but Bulldogs Tigers I will be here for. Jeez, Blaze must have KO'd you hard with that spelling. Oh no, what's he said? Oh, he's retracted his message. I can't be bothered even timing him out to see it. Alright, so fifth tackle now for the Bronx, and they're going to get that offload. Fourth tackle, they get the offload away, and it's an... knock on there from Cleese. No, from Josh Patson, sorry. Josh Patson. He tried. You know, you got to give him credit. He tried. Again, this second half isn't as meaningful as the first half, but... Sal Goodman says, what's going on? Do you want the honest answer or the honest answer, Sal? Logan Balzac says, Mark Hughes 3632. Oh, they won again today. Damn. They won again 3 years in a row. They're going to have to mix it up next year. It's a good game. That's a close game. 36-32 is a close game. 5 line breaks for the Bronx, 10 tackle breaks, and they've got all bonus points. Bronx got all bonus points. All right, so left-hand side now for the Bronx. Second tackle there, 15 minutes after the line. The defense is just opened for the Broncos every single time. So 30 minutes to go now of the game. Oh, another try. This defense is just bonkers. Like, this defense is bonkers, bro. It's going to be a try time there, so 38-60 with the kick to come. 30 minutes to go, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. We will be here the entire time. You know, mate. There's no, with the way this game has gone and the way the Titans are showing out, like this is just, I want to see what the Titans groups are like. I want to see what the Titans groups are saying. I want to see what the Titans groups are saying because they probably won't be pretty. It's a trial and I'm fine with it. I expect mistakes, but I like every other Gold Coast Titans fan want to see improvement in defense and defensive reads and less penalties. Bingo. Please let this be the first and last post in 2025 as to defense and penalties. Mate, that is absolutely spot on. That is absolutely spot on there from Adam Brown. Different years. Yep, Carl Booth says different years, still same bullshit call. Oh, okay, well, this isn't the refs, bro. Come on, man. It's going to be a long year. This isn't the... Well, this is actually probably going to be a double... No, that's fine. No, that's all right. Yeah, this isn't the refs' fault, this. Like, this isn't the refs' fault at all. Dude, they're getting roasted here, man. Someone said 4:30 a.m. start in the UK. What a waste of time. Cleese Haas, last season's most penalised player, leading the error and penalty count already, and it's only the first trial match. Foz has given away a few penalties, to be fair. Dude, I hate seeing all this because it's... Oh, man. Bro, it's so tough saying this shit. Josh White's the same old Titans. Sucks supporting this every year. Like, absolutely, bro. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. It does suck supporting every year, but we've got to do it. You know, this is our community. We've got to back them in. You know, we've got to hold on to hope, and it is hope that this is just a preseason game. We have got to hold on to hope and belief that this is just a preseason game. Because, again, as per usual... The forcing of this team is ready to go, believe, you know, like this is the way that we're told to believe. Well, shit. I'm watching right now a weakened Broncos team in the first half put a 24-6 scoreline. We're up 24-0 against a strong enough Titans team. Again, there's still no JC, there's no BK, there's no Tino, there's no Regan Campbell-Gillard, there's no Keanu Kenny. There's still players out. But they should never have been down 24-0, and now they're down 38-6. But I don't care about the second half because it's all just the youngsters against youngsters. I'd like to see them actually competitive, though. The first half is the issue. That is the only issue in regards to this game. I could not care less about the score in the second half. The 24-6 is what I will look at and I will judge on. And then next week, they better have improvement because they'll play a stronger lineup against a Dolphins team that scored 50 past an extremely weak Cowboys team. But there is reason to be concerned, and there's reason why people are getting upset. I was so not a try. It was even over the line if it did. It was a try. Someone said pathetic, unfortunately. Someone's saying Cody Simpson apart with the Titans. You're an idiot. All right, I'm getting off that group for now. So, 4th tackle now for the Broncos. They're just making me's galore. That's it. Skunk says, why doesn't Kemamalo play first grade? Oh, please tell me someone didn't ask that. No, someone didn't ask that, man. Who asked this? There's no way. There's no way someone... The last tackle, Broncos kick it through, and Tom Weaver will knock it dead. It's going to be a dropout. Who said this? There's no way someone's actually arguing for Kemamalo to be starting for the Titans. Just a lot of people have asked about him. Look, I get it based on his history, but if you know the team, you know that he's not getting in over our wingers. At all. And that's going to be a short... Oh, the Titans will actually end up getting it. How they ended up getting that is beyond me. So Titans ball here at the 8 off the short kickoff. Let's hope Tino fires us up a bit. Absolutely, Josh. Again, we need to hope and pray and believe that this is just a preseason game and this is just a real kick in the guts early to get us going next week when you have guys like Tino, you have guys like Regan, you have Keanu Kenny back, you've got JC there, you've got Brian Kelly, you've got Lofiana Khan-Pereira. Again, it's not an A team by any stretch of the imagination for the Titans, but they have had enough of a team here to win this first half. The second half is all just depth plays. The first half was a lot of starting players. The Broncos were way weaker. So it's like, yes, this team can be drastically different. They have the ability to be drastically different. But this is just rehashing old wounds for Titans fans. And that's the problem. It's continuously rehashing the same old proven wounds from before. Skunkle says, how down bad you got to be to spam a chat with Go Broncos in a preseason game? Oh, I can't even see it. It didn't even come through for me. It didn't even come through for me. I'll judge us more after next week. For now, I'm calm. The second half, I'm calm. First half, it was pretty annoying. Fit tackling out the Broncos at the 18. Got to back the boys. The last thing they need to see is insane hate, and the Broncos are going to score again. No, it's going to be a penalty, I think. No, it is a try. Chris Randall's complaining about something. It's a try time. Got to back the boys. Last thing they need to see is insane hate, even before the season begins, because you know how it goes once it happens. No team, no player should ever see insane hate, ever. Should see insane hate. Criticism is valid, though. But hate is like when you're going out of your way to be vile to these players, which is never acceptable. Right? It's never acceptable. But criticism of this game is justified. Criticism of this game is absolutely justified. But it's alright. Certain people at Skull will just put their heads in the sand. I wonder if this is also my fault. I wonder if this game is also my fault. Saul Goodman says, only preseason, not the end of the world, but defensively shocking. Absolutely. Absolutely. It is not the end of the world. This is preseason, but it's concerning. It's not the end of the world, it's preseason, but it's concerning. Shui says, sorry, what is it with the Titans? What do you mean? Is it culture or just the players? They just can't seem to ever really be good. I've got to word myself correctly. I feel like there is unrealistic expectations about where the club is currently at every year. The club is not at the position where the club pushes every year. Take that for what you will. I'm aware of my wording. But there is a innate sense of it's going to happen this year when... And I bought into it every year. And I would buy into it every single year. But I have to be more reserved nowadays. So take that for what you will. Only a preseason, it's alright. Yes and no. Bit of both, I'd say. I really don't think... Like, I just feel like this team is pieced together very strangely. We do have really good players. The forward pack is amazing. You can't tell me a forward pack with depth of Jimmy Jolliffe and depth of Moeki Fotuaika or Regan Campbell-Gillard. Like, I'd still probably start Tino and Mo, but I guarantee you his contract probably says RCG starts. So I'd still go. But, like, you look at this forward pack, right? Tino, Sam Verrills, who was great at the Roosters, underrated at the Roosters. Tino, Sam Verrills, Mikey Fotuaika / Regan Campbell-Gillard / Jimmy Jolliffe, both from Dave Fafita and Chris Randall. That is an amazing full pack. It's an amazing forward pack. But your salary cap is directed at your forward pack. Your salary cap is all on the forwards. Fourth tackle at the 50. You know, Keanu was amazing. They said again. Zane Harrison, we're relying on a young halfback, and I really hope that he works out, man. I love that man. I really do. I love him. I'd love to see him kill it, man. But Titans fans have had a rough history with... Oh, another knock on by Kemba Marlowe. Titans have a rough history in regards to halfbacks too. I'll back him. They do have their good games every now and then. That's the point. They do. You're right, Toxic. They do have their good games every now and then. But the key words there are every now and then. Lack of leadership, maybe. Not in the field. No, I wouldn't say it's definitely knock on there. I wouldn't say it's a lack of leadership on the field. No, I wouldn't. There are plenty of players in this team that have great leadership. I wouldn't say that. Skunkle says this. Okay, this could be a massive troll by Desi. Tell them to replicate last year's. Everyone underestimates us. Hey, listen. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I hope you're spot on here, Skunkle. I hope you're spot on. Nate J says, got for Feeder and Hoyter up. Come on, Sammy, get over the stripe. Oh, you just need Phil. I don't think Phil Sammy's on the field, is he? For the second half, I don't think he is. So Broncos are 3 metres out here from the line. Look to go over. No, 1 metre out, third tackle. I think we lack a lot of effort, to be honest. That's what damages us the most, not getting up in defence. Try for the Broncos, and that's the point. They're going to hit a fitty bomb too. No, you know what? Drop the fitty bombs. They deserve it. Drop the fitty bombs. Drop the fitty bombs in the chat. Drop it. If you're a member, it's only $5 to be a member. You can feel free to drop it. You're not going to get timed out for it. But that's what damages us the most, not getting up in defense. Defense is an issue, but again, we look back at last year for the Titans. Yes, they beat the Warriors 66-6. Yes, they beat the Broncos 46-18 and 38-36, but they also scored the 4th worst attack in the comp with 488, and they also had the 4th worst defense in the comp with 656. Had the 3rd worst points differential in the comp. Even the Eels had a better points differential than the Titans, and they had 60 more points conceded. The Eels had 50 more points. No, it is 60. 60 more points conceded the Eels had, but yet they scored 80 more points, so they had a better points differential. You know, that tells you everything you need to know. 50 points at 60 minutes. I hope you're right. Bro, again, it's preseason, but the first half pissed me off. Second half I couldn't care less about. First half pissed me off. Dasman says, Tino's won a comp, Verrills has won a comp, Foreign has been around since I was in preschool. Playing like shit. I'm going to tell him you said that. Paul Elling says, Titans had a lot of good players out today. I'd give it a few weeks and give them a chance. But that's the thing, we're always giving them a chance, man. We're always giving this team a chance. I support this team, I support these boys, but I'm not going to, falsify anymore. I'm not going to buy into something that isn't proven yet. I need you to prove it, and then I will circle jerk this team until the cows come home. I will circle jerk this team until the cows come home. You give me proof. You show me that this team is good, and I will circle jerk this team on social media until the cows come home. But until you do, I'm not going to do the circle jerk. I'm not going to do it anymore. Sending love from the Arundel tab. Arundel tab? Why would you be at the Arundel tab? What a random place to be. Fair enough, but fair enough. AWR, bro. I get that you're trying to troll, man. It's not going to happen. You're not going to get the response you want. But Arundel tab, bro. What are you doing there? Best sport to announce is Titans need McClung. Yeah. Can't keep you getting the excuses. And Josh, that's the thing. And there was words used about how the Titans have previously, and this is, there were words used, I'm not going to say where, but there were words used that this club have mollycoddled players for too long. Okay, well, if you've mollycoddled players for too long, well, are you going to show us that you're going to stop it? Because if you can acknowledge that, then let's see it be changed. Because last year, oh man, so tough to talk about things here. It really is. Remember the AJ incident last year, Skunkle? Seems a little bit like mollycoddle them there. Jay says, cheap pines at the Arundel tab. Random. Titans knock on. Broncos bought the 10. They're going to score again. No, it's going to be a dropout. Beers are cold on tap. Fair enough, but Arundel's just random. This is the least I've seen you hype them up for a long time. That's because nowadays, and you'll know more tomorrow, mate. There'll be a video that comes out tomorrow at 4 p.m. Queensland time, all right? But I need to stop being a spokesperson for something that is just marketing. Is what I would say. I need to be honest with the fans. I need to be realistic. I need to talk about where we're actually at and not just circle jerk people who don't give a shit about this. And that's my change of attitude. But at every step of the way, I will passionately support this team, and I will celebrate every win, and I'll be, backing this team for every second of the games, right? But I will be honest with where I think this team is at all times now. It's not just about backing them in for the sake of it when I was younger. Because when you're young, all you want to do is just say they're going to win. But the older you get, the more you've seen, the more you recognize, the more you understand. And I've dedicated my life to this team for 15 plus years, for the entirety of the time. And I can tell you right now, that's not respected at all. Home of the NRL says, I really do hope the Titans can develop Zane Harrison to a first-grade superstar. It's just so unlucky that players like Ash Taylor weren't able to reach their full potential. Absolutely. Zane Harrison is a phenomenal player, bro. He's going to be awesome. He's going to be awesome. He's going to be awesome. Seth Towell says 50-6. Congratulations, you can read a score. Well done. Titans will get the short kick off there. There's no defending this scoreline from me. Says it's filthy, bud. No, I'm fine, man. If this happened last year, I would have been a very different person. Now I'm a lot more understanding. Oh, the new video on BKRtravel just dropped. Me reacting to Fiji, the artist. Oh, boy. Fit tackle for the Titans at 32. No sugarcoating shit. Yeah, again, I have sugarcoated things for a long time because I'm so desperate to see our community happy for once that, I would say things to push this club and try to push it in the right direction. And I've put every bit of myself into this team for so long, for a very long time, for literally half of my life, because that's as long as they've existed, literally half of my life. So no one can ever deny or doubt my passion and love for the community. 4 tackle here for the Broncos, and they'll be taken down at 35. El Paso's Most Wanted says, what's the formula for us to become a successful club year in and year out, do you think? There is no individual formula. There isn't an individual formula. There's a few things that need to be adjusted. That's a knock on there from the Broncos. So it will be Titans ball here at the 20. Could be a long season patch. It's pre-season. Let's not bite into too much of the season just yet, but it's concerning signs. Let's wait and see how we play again next week. But maybe we do need that first week bye. It's the same thing every year. There's never improvement. We conceded 24 points against and knock on Titans. There's never improvement. We conceded 24 points against a third-grade Broncos team, and now we're 50-6 down. Yeah. Maybe the first start would be certain people at this club not blaming me for all the issues. Nate J says, Sammy out there yet? Sammy won't be back for the rest of the game. Paul Illing says, I actually feel bad for you. Titans fans do deserve better. 100% imagine being a fly on the wall after the game. I would love to hear what the Desler says. Yeah, I'm looking forward to what Desi says. Desi, good bloke, man. Desi always had great time for me. I've always had good moments with Desi after games, and even when we lose, we always have a bit of a quick chat. He's not a big talker. He's not a massive talker, but we do have a quick chat after games and whatnot. And Desi's a great bloke, man, and I don't blame Des for this. I don't blame Des for this. Because no matter who the coach is, the club struggles. Third tackle now at the 10. Takura, short ball. They may hit 60 in this game. They may hit 70 in this game. 6 again for the Broncos. That's a knock-on, luckily. That's going to be a knock-on, luckily. So the Titans now will get the ball. I swear they usually call no advantage there. Usually they bring that back. Shouldn't that still be Broncos ball? Next week they'll have their full team. Agreed, Haces, but they've got a strong team in this game against a very, very weakened Broncos lineup with no Ben Hunt, with no Reece Walsh, with no Patrick Carrigan, with no Jordan Ricky, with no Payne Haas, with no Adam Reynolds, with no Ezra Mann, with no Tony Staggs, no Selwyn Cobbo, no Jesse Arthurs. The list goes on, bro. And that's why we expected so much more from this team today. Second half doesn't matter. Again, I will reiterate this every time. The second half doesn't matter. This is just young kids playing. Love to see it. The first half matters. J2 says, I had a $6 bet based on squads I read yesterday. Had a lot more NRL experience guys for Titans. Absolutely, you're right. Lineup must have had a relaxed a few days, nights on Bender, thinking it was going to be a walkover, but it's okay. Yeah, look, I would have... Again, Jay, I've been saying this is like a broken record throughout the game. Like, we will be live for all these games this year. We will be live for all these games this year. So, you'll be with me for more of the journey. But... it's just rehashing old wounds, bro. It really is. And it's nearly an intercept there by the Bronx. They nearly got it, but it'll be a knock-on. Titans need Des. If you can't turn the team around, nobody can. Paul Elling, I'll tell you this. I had a conversation with Dane Kalarkey when Des signed. And I said to him, I worry. I worry because if Des doesn't save us, if Des doesn't get us going, who does? So your comment is exactly what I said a year and a half ago when we found out. 2 years ago when we found out. I said those words 2 years ago. I said, if Des can't get this team going, who can? El Perso's most wanted says, I'm a regional Victorian Titan member of 10 years and it hurts yearly, but I'm sure being from the Gold Coast, it feels worse. Bro, my feelings are just as important as your feelings, man. Just because I go to the games and just because I've been a part of the club does not mean that my feelings are more important than yours. Never have been, never will be. Whether you're from the Gold Coast or whether you're from Antarctica, it doesn't matter. If you're a Titans fan, it all hurts the same. Maybe it might be a little bit different if you just joined the team in the last couple of years, comparatively to the last 15, 20 odd. But no, my feelings do not matter more than yours. That's a knock-on there from the Bronx. So it's going to be 6 again for the Titans. Josh says, Brendan Nunsley, didn't you see that try that Weaver let in during the first half? Or what did Brendan say? I like what I see from Tommy Weaver's individual defence and attack this game if there is something to take away. Tommy is 50-50. Tommy has some really electric moments, man. He really does. He has some electric moments. I just need to see him take it to that next level. Like, let's look at some of these stats here. Team stats, right? Effective tackle percentage is 83.2%. That's not good, man. So Titans here, they're 15 metres out here from the line. Kieran Heyman with the ball playing the hooker. Oh, good running by Toowoomba Simpkins. 6 again now. Come on, score a try in the second half. Give us something, dude. Give us something, dude. The youngsters, Tommy Weaver, flicks it at the back. Short ball. They'll be taken down. Kieran Heyman off to Tommy Weaver. Tommy Weaver, nice little run. That's a nice run from Tommy. Oh, good defense from the Bronx. And I will say their defense has been really nice today. Really nice. Oh, that's a run from Jalen DeGroot. Oh, fantastic, Jales. Jales deserves that, bro. Jales deserves that. Jalen DeGroot will score a try there for the Titans with some nice little speed. Fit at 10 in the Bronx with a kick to come. It will be converted. But Jalen DeGroot is a tough little worker, mate. And unfortunately, I can't see a world he gets into the fullback spot in the near future. But Jalen DeGroot, I want the best for the kid, man. That's for sure. But you go and have a look at the team stats. 35% possession to the Titans, 65% to the Broncos. The score's always going to be that way when that's the possession. And that's not me saying anything in regards to anything besides the fact that the Titans have been their own worst enemies. They're 18 from 26 in regards to completion rate, which is 69%. 89% for the Broncos at 34-38. You know, the Broncos have had 80 more runs than the Titans. 72 more runs than the Titans. The run meters have been 700 more for the Broncos. The post-contact meters have been 230 odd more than the Titans. The line breaks have been 9-1. The tackle breaks have been 43-10. The set distance is 41.99 on average to 33.72. The kick return meters is 198-46. Those stats are disgraceful. It's preseason, get rid of that shit. It's preseason, get rid of that shit. Offloads 14-4. Total passes 204-111. Dummy passes 10-1. Ooh, well done. We won the dummy passes stat 10-1. Defense effective tackle percentage 91.82 to the Broncos, 83.59 to the Titans. They're better. We've made 130 more tackles. We've missed 33 more tackles. We've missed 43 tackles today to 10. Ineffective tackles 22-8. 9 errors, 7 errors are pretty similar. Penalties are conceded, the exact same at 4-4. Ruck infringements 4-1, so we've outdone them on that. We haven't been caught inside the 10, that's a positive. On reports 1. So, yeah. Oh boy. Well, 10 minutes to go here at the game, guys. We'll be live at the Bulldogs Tigers very, very soon as well. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. It's 50 to 12 to the Bronx. Don't forget to go check out BKRtravel as well, as the video just came out. The video would have just come out for my recent vid. Eels for Life says, it feels so bad for Titans fans. You boys deserve better. I know we do. I know our fans do. Our fans definitely do, man. You guys deserve better too, to be fair. You've had a long time without it. 4th tackle now at the 40. Jeff says, as an Eels supporter, I'll be supporting the Titans. I became a member. Looking forward to their first home game versus the Knights round 3. Well, we have a good record against the Knights at home. And the Knights didn't look good in their preseason game. They were the favourites for that too, actually. You know who can get your team going, Blaze? The Walker brothers. I'm not dealing with you right now, Adam. Love you. You're getting a 1 minute timeout. You don't deserve a full timeout. You're getting a 1 minute timeout. I'm not dealing with you right now with that shit. Don't do it, Adam. Josh White says, that's what pisses me off, is when Broncos fans think it's the end of the world when they have one bad season. Us Titans fans have to cop it and deal with it every year. Oh, yeah. No. Broncos fans always say that they know how we feel. You don't know shit. But, like, you know how it feels to struggle, for sure. Not on the consistent level as teams like the Tigers or the Titans or the Eels or these type of teams do. But the Broncos definitely had a hurtful season in 2020. RJK for License Man, I hate the Broncos, which Titans was winning. Very sad. I don't even care that Titans aren't winning. I just wish they were competitive. It's not about the actual wins and losses in the preseason. It's just about being competitive and giving it a damn well crack, son. And it's like, my opinion on this club apparently is the be-all and end-all for certain people at this club. And it's like, I'm not allowed to have an honest opinion. Nate J says, come on, Desi, bring out the Sammy gun, let him loose. Sammy's not coming back on, Nate. I promise you, Sammy is not coming back on. He's not coming back on. Doggies or Tigers? We'll talk about that in the next game, bro. But I need to see the team lineups. Jimmy James is Eel supporter here. I was 21 when my team last won a grand final. I'm turning 60 this year. The pain, the pain. Hey, listen, you get it, man. You get it. At least you've seen that premiership, but it was when you were much younger, obviously. And you would have seen 4, actually, then. Because you were 21 when they won in 86, so you would have been in your late teens when they won the 3 in a row as well. So you've seen 4 at the very least. So it's like, but you've gone through a long time. However, you've still got that premiership to go back on. So, you know, and that's why if the Tigers, I would say if the Tigers didn't win 2005, I would say they would be harder to support than the Titans. But they won that premiership in 2005. I will honestly put my neck out there and say the Titans are the hardest team to support in the NRL. Because they've never given you success and expect you to be grateful for 2 losing seasons when we made the 8. 3rd tackle now for the Broncos. They get the ball to the 35. Wicked, am I the first chat time out of the year? No, we've had others. We've had others. But you're the first Warriors fan. No, yes, you are. You're the first Warriors fan to get timed out. How about that? No, we've had timeouts and hiddens already. Have we have hiddens already? When did we have hiddens? Oh, 3 hiddens this game alone. Oh, true. I can't even see when people get hidden. I just expect that they get timed out. Broncos kick this ball over the top, but we're going to be streaming a lot of Titans games this year, lads. So it's going to be pretty full on here in the regular season. It's going to be pretty full on. It's going to be a penalty here to the Titans. Saul Goodman says, "What's been your happiest moment as a Titans fan?" Oh, so yeah, penalty to the Titans. Happiest moment as a Titans fan. It's like an easy answer is to say Warriors 2010, but it was too early in our support, right? So you didn't have that investment. You have to kind of look for 10 years plus for the investment to be developed, and then you have gone through the lows, you've gone through the highs, and then you can really decipher what your highs and lows have been. Lowest was Patrick Herbert moment for sure. Good bloke though, internally, it's just unfortunately made a bad decision. Highest would be probably Warriors 44-0. I'd say Warriors 44-0, so it's the same season, 2021. God bless Kemba Marlowe, man. The knee has gone into the back of his head here, so he's going to have to come off the field. 7 minutes to go here. Beat the Storm that year with Conrad Harrell. I did love that. I was directly in line with that at Suncorp. Like, I was literally on that try line, directly in line with it, which was awesome. So signing for Fida and Tino, no, you can't say that signing players is your best moment. Like, Panthers aren't going to say their favourite moment ever is signing Nathan Cleary or developing Nathan Cleary. Their favourite moment ever will be when he scored that try against the Broncos in the grand final. But yeah, I'd probably say it has to be the 44-0. I will say, last year's Dolphins-Titans game at Suncorp was amazing because we got a little bit of revenge for the 2023 moment of their comeback. My favourite ever moment supporting the Titans, though, was New Zealand last year. That was my favourite ever moment. Winning in Auckland on Anzac Day. First time I was ever in New Zealand. Are you going Vegas? Yeah, I'll be in Vegas, Marcel. I'll be in Vegas not this Thursday, but next Thursday. That's why you got to subscribe to BKRtravel, because we've got Grand Canyon helicopter tours and a whole bunch of stuff. Trying out American food, and even though I've been to Chicago and whatnot, but we're going to have plenty of stuff over there on BKRtravel. That's a knock on Titans. No one's going to play it again, don't worry. 7 minutes to go here, guys. That's like saying our worst moment was signing Hayne. Oh, I'd say our worst moment ever. I don't know if I just knocked the microphone out just then. I need to check. I'd say our worst moment that I can remember for the Titans would be 2019, 6.5 minutes ago. That's a 40-20 there from Tommy Weaver. Good stuff. Let's go, Tommy. I would say it's 2019 against the Storm. I'd just gotten back from Chicago, and we'd already been guaranteed the spoon with like 4 or 5 games to go. No, like 4 or 5 games to go, 2019. They were some dismal times at Seabus. I wonder if that was my fault too. But they were some dismal times at Seabus. Like, going to the game knowing you had the wooden spoon in the bag for like 5 games was brutal, man. Players does America. Mate, he doesn't. Does America, son. 3rd tackle. Yeah, that was a bad time. Salary cap scandal, Skunkle. Salary cap scandal? Which salary cap scandal are we talking about? 4 tackle now. 4 metres out of the line with the Titans. They get this ball to Tommy Weaver. Weaver has been a good shining light at moments in this game. Still not going to say he's been fantastic at moments. 2 metres out now from the line. Fit tackle. Heyman gets it across. Tom Weaver. Short play. And it's been just given to the Broncos. Adam Smart says, on the MMA Holes pod, they put up in a chat once a week who's the hours. What's English is this? On the MMA Holes pod, they put up in chat once a week who's the hours watch top 10 watchers of their channel. Any chance has the behind the scenes stats? Oh, okay. No, they wouldn't. I would have to see. I don't even know how to do that, Adam. Do you know how to find that? I will do that, actually. They put up in the chat once a week who's the hours watch top 10 watchers. That'd be pretty cool, actually. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeswell says, sorry, BK, my brother, but yes, go Broncos. You're right, bro. You're right. It's fine, man. Unlucky for the Titans. Broncos with the star players out looking good for the year. Titans aren't a fully strength team either, but they were a much stronger team in the first half than the Broncos for sure. Second half doesn't matter. First half matters. First half I'm disappointed with. Second half I don't care. But yeah. You know, we've just got to prove it before I can to knock on from the Titans. Oh, that's Blue Mr. Cruz. You can't be using that, bro. Come on, man. All right, so first tackle now for the Broncos. Yeah, you can't be using that, bro. Josh White says, "Here comes another try." Yeah, man. Yeah, you can bank that in with our defense. And that's an easy one right through. So we called that quickly, and Josiah Kotapani will score immediately. No, maybe not. They're going to go to the bunker here. You're going to go to the bunker here. Can you guys confirm for me, whoever subscribed to BKRtravel, that my video came out? Because I didn't get a notification for it. Oh, Josiah's knocked the ball on over the line. He's just dropped the ball. Don't put your ball down with one hand, kids. Don't put the ball down with one hand, kids. Yeah, it's out. Okay, good stuff, Jay. For some reason, I didn't get a notification. That's going to be a knock on there, my friends. Titans player, have you been impressed by in this game? Sport reactions? Great question. Oh, now I know why I didn't get a notification, because I am on my BKRtravel account on my phone. That's a good Killer Uarte tribute. Yep, that's a Killer Uarte tribute for sure, mate. For sure. There we go there. All right. So 0 tackle for the Titans with 20 after no try. Titans player I liked Alan Fitzgibbon, man. I thought Alan Fitzgibbon was nice to watch early. Jalen DeGroot gave it a good crack. Tom Weaver's been okay, but has been defensively a bit how you going sometimes. But there's not been much to really write home about in this game, bro, for the Titans. I can tell you that. So go left-hand side now. But again, like it is just about seeing the individuals, and unfortunately today wasn't a good day, but it is preseason. If this was the regular season, I'd probably be off my rocker right now. I'd be off my rocker. Yeah, I agree, Josh White. I think Alan Fitzgibbon, the most surprise of the day, because I don't even know who Alan Fitzgibbon is. Now I do, and I thought he was really good. I thought he was really solid. All right, left-hand side, Tom Weaver at the 20. Fit tackle, kicks his ball across, and it will be a Broncos catch at the 8. I'm actually going to make this into the poll. I'm going to make it a poll here. Start poll. Jeez, if this is the viewers we're getting on a preseason, God help me during the regular season, lads. Hey, moderators, you're going to have a fun time. Who is your most exciting player from this match? I'm going to put for the Titans because I'm going to put for the Titans. I will go. No, actually, we'll just go for this match. We'll have 2 from each team. Alan Fitzgibbon, Titans. We'll also put Jalen DeGroot, Titans. And good catch by Jalen DeGroot there. Who else would you have here for the Broncos? Corey Pakes has been nice. Corey Pakes, Broncos, and geez, well you can't put Karapani now, Skidamedia. You just dropped a ball like a muppet. I love Josiah. We follow each other on Insta and stuff. Like I love Jossie, but he made a mistake, bro. He made a bad mistake. Dean Marin is a good shout. If he didn't make that mistake, man, I would have been happy to do it. I'll put Dean Marin on there. But I need to put someone who doesn't play for, first grade a lot, and he does play a bit. I'll go Seagwell. He's got a try. Somebody can put whatever they want in the chat anyway. Trell Seagwald. Broncos. There you go. So Broncos will go that ball 25 metres out. Don't forget we'll be live in 10 minutes time for the Bulldogs and the Tigers game. Pre-season, man. That's what we're going to call it. As a Titans fan, I'm very understanding of where this team is at currently, but I wish this was a better game for our fans. I need to see proof, man. Next week the Titans will take on the Dolphins and the Broncos will take on the Bulldogs. But yeah, really disappointing outing here for the Titans in the first half today. Second half was all kids. First half was really disappointing. Second half was actually relatively competitive. No, actually, no, it wasn't. It was actually worse in the second half. Oh no, there's an injury here. Oh no, he's grabbing at his knee. No, please don't be what I think it is. He's writhing in pain too. Who is this? Number 24 for the Broncos? Oh, it's an extension. It might be just a hyperextension. I pray it is. I pray it's just a hyperextension. It's number 24, Matthew Colner for the Broncos. I'm hoping and praying that's just a hyperextension. And that's so harsh as well with 11 seconds to go of the game too. 11 seconds to go of the game and that happens is brutal to see. Matthew Colner, 5 tries in the Q Cup, 37 games. Oh, it's brutal. I hope he's alright, man. Jalen DeGroot over Fitzgibbon. I like it. Jalen's a great bloke. He deserves it. They were saying he was good too. No, he's been solid. No, Colner has been solid in this game. He's been running the ball hard. If I actually had a bit more of a think about it, I probably would have put him over Latrell Seagwell. All right, 10 seconds left here, and I've got to jump off quickly so I can reorganise the stream. And arguably a penalty there, but it's fine. Jalen DeGroot picks it up and flicks it across. Nice work, and Ryan Foran's away here. Good run there by Ryan Foran, and they'll be taken down. That's the end of the game. Sorry, Titans fans. I wish we could do better for you, man. But, you know, we just got to hope this is just the preseason and shit gets changed. Shit gets changed between now and next week for the second preseason game. If not, then we just got to hope this is just the preseason. We get better by the second round where we play the Bulldogs at Belmore. Tough one to watch for sure, but the Broncos deserved it. We live to fight another day, man. Just take it as the preseason. Be disappointed for sure, but hopefully we have the trust that things are going to change. It is what it is. But we'll be live, obviously, for the Titans game next week against the Dolphins. But for the time being, guys, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. I appreciate your support and your love as per usual. I will see you guys in about 10 minutes' time, or 6 minutes' time, for the Bulldogs versus the Tigers in their preseason hit-out. I won't be here for the Dragons Roosters, but I will be here for the Bulldogs Tigers. So, like I said, thumbs up, subscribe, check out BKRtravel, and I will see you guys very soon. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya.